We gotta find. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Oh man, what a beautiful Friday. The weekend is finally here and we get to enjoy our slop. Oh, and we've got some fun things to talk about today. Sykkuno responded with his girlfriend, so we're going to take a look at that. And I'm going to do a little catching up on the quartering drama. I didn't really get too much into it, but I think there's some funny things to look at. I wish I could find a good video on it. The problem is all the shittiest people and some of the most retarded people on there are the ones that are pumping out videos on it. So for now, we're just gonna uh, go with what we got, what we can find. And then Simon had, I guess, him and another creator named Curry had some drama going on. So we're gonna take a look at that as well, and see what that's all about. I gotta change this thing because this thing is not right up top. Oh well, we'll go with it. And while I'm doing that, we're gonna be playing some RimWorld, baby. Some RimWorld, baby. I did. I did see one thing I wanted to talk about a little bit. Me and Damage Sector were talking about it a little bit on X, and that's streamers getting caught um, botting, which is not a surprise. Like the largest streaming organization out there that like works for a lot of these streamers has flat out come out and said, in the past that you should be botting. Now I have a problem with this on a lot of levels, and just on the fact that it's one, there is no what's the word? There's no integrity to it, right? Like if you want to be famous, bot is basically what they're saying to everybody. And the bigger streamers, who knows how large they're flushing their numbers up to look like they've got something. It's cheating advertiser, which normally I don't give a shit about, big name advertising companies that are selling all of your personal information online, but it is cheating them out of money, which one day could come down on the entire uh internet of content creation, right? And if anything, one thing that Damage was saying is it is probably lowering the amount that gets paid out. So smaller streamers are the ones that ends up suffering, right? Now I get it. This is a service that is free to everybody to watch, and you can pay extra to not have ads and stuff like that on it. But it's still not what should be happening online. It basically means that the people who have the money and who are up there and who are big, that are advertisers, are a blight on the internet and deserve to be fenced at every opportunity. I agree with you on a lot of that, but unfortunately, like YouTube and Twitch and all of these other, social media platforms wouldn't be able to run without people paying. And if people had to pay for social media, these companies would just go under. I agree they should be fleeced for every ounce that they get. Um, I just think it's a little unfair to say like have these extremely large YouTubers just flat out botting all of their numbers up and getting more money for it when it's not an accurate representation of what's going on, right? Boom, boom, boom. We are live on Twitch too. So if you haven't gone over there and give me a follow, then give me a follow over there. Welcome, K Sandwiches. I don't know why you're saying thanks, man, but welcome to the chat. It should pop them up on the screen because I have it set to both. But I figure I finally got it set up so I can dual stream, and we're just gonna dual stream and see how that goes for a while. Looks like everything's running smooth as butter on both sides. What's going on, Ready? So let's play the little video just to kind of show what's going on. Test to see if I'm going to get filtered by the spam bot. No, you're coming in for me. I'm in extreme position of that companies should run ads. kill their monetization programs and pocket the money. I'm in the extreme position of that companies should run ads, kill their monetization programs, and pocket the money. Oh yeah, so you're just saying like no monetization whatsoever on the platforms to bring it back to that pure YouTube where people just made content to make content. Um, I mean, I get that want for that older YouTube, for that back in the day, but I don't think monetization is a terrible thing. I do think there is what's the word? There is something positive about being able to get monetized, but there's things that I think shouldn't be monetized on YouTube. Like politics, I think is one that shouldn't be monetized on YouTube. I think it would cut out a lot of the problems we have. Because what they just discovered that a bunch of content creators, right wing content creators, are being paid by Israeli news companies to pump out Israeli propaganda and talk positively about the whole situation, right? Monetization and social engagement has been a disaster. I don't think 100% a disaster. YouTube lost many millions back then. I couldn't imagine how Google would lose these days due to YouTube being so much bigger. Yeah, yeah. So this was Extra Emily that got caught uh, botting. We all know that Asmongold, Tectone, and a bunch of other YouTubers got dropped on monetization when Twitch did that little bot drop. Right? They all lost some amount of bots. I describe it as a double-edged sword. Yeah, I agree with you there. I would describe it as a double-edged sword. Ready? Just another reason why adpocalypse will and needs to happen. At this point, I think people should work to earn people's money, and YouTube and streaming is way too easy these days. Yeah, I mean, well, it's easy, but it's not necessarily easy to make money off of, right? You still have to be entertaining. You still have to provide something that people want to watch. And even then, it's luck if you're going to actually be able to make money off of it. Let's play this little 12-second clip though here. Real quick.
Oh, this is Emily. Have you met her?
It's Chris!
Oh.
Boom, right there. Viewbot.ai. Like,
Was there a reason why you were late?
I had to put.
Oh, this is Emily. Have you met
an adpocalypse is different from people willingly giving you money. True. If you give up your morals, and just outrage farm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to get rid of necessarily a lot of the outrage farm, being the free speech guy that I am, outside of being able to denounce it yourself. But I mean, I guess it's up to YouTube YouTube, all these platforms to decide what they want to market. But they make shit tons of money off of this, especially like the Indian fucking channels and AI channels and all this other shit. There's no real incentive to drop this behavior, to stop doing it, because they rake in thousands of not thousands, millions and millions of dollars on ad revenue from these things. I think all these outrage emergents need to get the axe. I never believe in deplatforming anybody for right if something illegal is happening on the stream. But I mean, I get it. I think the thing you got to do is just keep going after them, keep proving people wrong. We will probably see. I'm guessing. This is my prediction. With everything that's happening in politics right now, what I'm hoping to see is a billions. You're right. Damage billions of dollars. I would like to see a lot of like legislature get put into place around a lot of this propaganda that's being thrown out there. The only way to fix this is to make monetizing engagement illegal. Yeah, I guess so. But even then, I think the money will come from outside places, right? I think with as big as YouTube has come, the advertisers will just go directly to the content creators, and it'll still be that same form of money, right? Like even if we talk about, say, demonetizing politics, these guys are getting money from uh not in Trump's America. Say, well, I don't know that Trump is going to make his full term. I just have this feeling because conservatives are dropping Trump left and right now, um, and pulling away because they know what's happening. Now there is like rumors that he's already told his people that he'll just pardon everybody on his way out, and yeah, we won't get any legislation. In fact, if anything, he's lifted legislation on big companies and things like that to make it easier for them to make money. He's hurt the little man trying to do that. Yeah, I also do believe the rumors he's not in good health whatsoever. So how much of it is actually him? Though I think they need to, if that's true, that he's not the one making the decisions. You figure someone would have taken his Twitter away so he didn't say insane shit in the middle of the night. So that's the extra Emily getting caught on caught botting, right? Just dumb shit as it always is. And Twitch will do nothing about it. Nothing's going to happen to her. Maybe a 1-day ban or something like that. Well, that's the thing. If he kicks the bucket before his term ends, all those pardons he issued become null and void. Yeah, and a lot of them need to, right? A lot of them need to. There's like 88 pardons that have come through, and the vast majority of them are big business people, and they're basically not having to pay restitution to the people that they hurt. So I would like to see that happen, or those get nulled and overturned. I don't think the president should have the power to pardon so many people. That just shouldn't be something that's happening, because we've seen what happens now, and even in Biden's administration, we've seen what happens. So, for any of those who were following the Sykkuno drama, Sykkuno is a millions of sub YouTuber who plays this little nice boy. Why is it still? Hold on. Did it? This nice boy act to, get women to follow him, and that's basically what his channel is getting women to follow and give him money. Check your DMs from another part to this story. Space Bros, welcome. Is that on X? Oh, what do we have here? Oh God! All right. We'll bring this up. That's Space Bros. Are you damaged? Oh, he redacted his message. All right, whatever. We'll keep going. It looks like Damage put some stuff in there too. In other news, I hit 400 subs on YouTube. Congratulations, Simon. I'm working my way up. That's a good segue. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel as we work our way up to that big 500 number, so we can get monetized, Kimoji. And y'all can send me super chats and all that. But seriously, yeah. And if you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. Just helps me out in the algorithm as we go through this. So we're actually gonna watch 2 Internet Versus videos, because I think that's gonna be the easiest way for me to see the internet's way of both of them. Hopefully he reads out the message. I've already read Sykkuno's message, and while I have a problem. I have some problems with it. It's a basic YouTube apology, and I'm not going to be on the internet. Hold on. Is this another Google Docy? Is this another Google Docy? Holy shit, breaking news. Another Google Docy has dropped on Sykkuno. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. And this one looks like we might have some grooming allegations. Though I think it's going to be pretty weak. Yeah, I sent you a DM about another Google Doc. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're going to take a look at this. 89-page Google Docy. Let's fucking go. So let's watch this internet versus video just so he'll read out some of the tweets and things like that I'm going on. It'll make it easier for me to talk about it as we go.
Put out a response to all the allegations levied at him, ranging from cheating, being labeled predatory, or a master manipulator. And the response is split into two parts, the first part being him, and the second part being from his girlfriend.
Yeah,
Sykkuno claims that there are false labels being put.
If you hit 420 subs on 420, you should do a special video. Simon, that's good. These Google Docies need to end, man. Ain't no one got time for so many pages. I mean, some of these Google Docs have been ridiculous. Like the one that was like 700 pages long. It's like, just come on. You're not going to get anyone to read 700 pages worth of shit. I mean, there are some autists that will go through and read the whole thing, but man, I'm not sitting down to read a 700-page Google document.
Put on him, and although he is sorry for the actions like lying to the girls about being single and cheating on his girlfriend, some of the labels put onto him are not true. And additionally, Sykkuno's girlfriend wrote in the response that creators like Mujin or the girls in the document Mal and Elphalia never even contacted her for her opinion on if everything should go public. And
this is one of the things that I think is the most egregious, if true, right? Because this is a letter from Sykkuno where his girlfriend has made a comment about it. And one of those things in there is that she was never told that this was going to become this was going to be coming out. There's been other tweets that have come out, like that Mal has put out, that I don't think she realizes they make her look worse, right? Make her look absolutely terrible. And it just makes it sound like this is that this was put out of spite, that she didn't dump, or that he didn't dump his girlfriend for her.
And actually that she may have liked the whole situation to remain private, but regardless, she never got a say in the matter. Plus, none of them reached out to her afterwards. But there's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus Sykkuno's response. It starts when Sykkuno puts out the message on his page with the caption, "A message from me and my girlfriend." And it's him saying, "I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed, most of all to my girlfriend. I am so sorry I put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I am sorry to all the people that I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. However, I have seen false accusations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that the people making these claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working on our relationship and communication before this all happened. Having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us the time we need."
Yeah, and this is the typical response. I will be taking a break from the internet. My guess is he'll be back in a week, if anything else, to do his normal content.
"To try and improve our relationship."
I will say one thing about it that I do agree with some of the people that are, have been against him this entire time, is that she probably shouldn't get back with him. Like she probably should break it off with him, right? I feel like that you shouldn't stay with somebody who's been cheating, right? I understand the whole idea about second chances and all that other jazz. I just don't. Right, I wouldn't do it. Right, I would just call it an end and done because the trust is broken, and you don't know when that trust may never come back. Um, but I've also heard things like, he is the super big YouTuber, so he's probably the one raking in all the money, and none of these people are um like none of these, like some of these people who are under him probably even God, man, I can't even use my words today. Or like she might be financially tied to him, is what it is, right? She may not have the money. So we're listening to a good Bo Blacks. Yeah. So what happened during the Bo Blacks drama is this guy is, if you know who Augie RFC is and the like Nicholas Diorio group back in the day, I forget this guy's name, but he is close friends with Augie RFC, and he's been around in that old days during that old commentary group. So when Bo Blacks was trying to basically drop the Twitter verses, this guy stepped up and made internet verses and basically just took over the market for it. So yeah, this is a better Bo Blacks.
Thank you for reading, and I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. My girlfriend wanted to share her experience. Below is a message written by her. Hi there. I want to start by saying thank you to those who have been checking on me and wishing me well during such a difficult time. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything I know now, and going through this has been one of the hardest things I've ever been put through in my life. I've been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered, though no matter how broken I am, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that, or even just warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked me how I felt about everything, but I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that those involved with him have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Having my worst fears become my reality, then put on full display and used for profit for anyone to see is absolutely mortifying. It truly feels like a nightmare.
Knowing that like I said, if this is true, this could be completely curated by Sykkuno to it. But if she really didn't know that all this stuff was coming out and they just dropped all of her personal information or her personal life onto the internet, someone who is as far as I know, she's not a public figure. She's just some shitter. She's just some person who happens to be dating Sykkuno. And just to drop all of this stuff about everything and how Mal was trying to use her as like the victim and they're trying to make everything right. It just makes it all seem more malicious.
It was already hard enough trying to work through things in private. This has just added another layer of difficulty and stress on top of everything. It's made it so much harder for me to cope. Prior to all this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship, and while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made the decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together. Even though all of the things I've learned are incredibly disappointing and shocking, I don't think they are irredeemable. It's been hard handling things unfolding this way, but I believe this will be a step in the right direction. With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and being better versions of themselves. And YXL replies with this picture from Death Note in the caption, "How bro felt writing that." Tippity replies, "You was cream pieing other women behind her back and she's staying?" And H-Fan
True. I can agree with that statement.
Tim says, "Damn. Do people really find it that surprising that adults can handle things like adults?" And Tippity says, "The adult thing to do would be to dump his manipulative, predatory, and unfaithful ass and never look back." And Barco says, "Once you mature a bit, you'll realize things regarding relationships get very convoluted once love is involved. They aren't just black and white." And Tippity says, "Bro, this is the type of language people use to forgive."
Still, did you read Kirsch at Mike Scout? I mean, just like Dev makes sense, Kirsch seemed to, from the what limited I know over some stupid shit. Okay, I see you're talking to Mike.
And forget about people who did them foul, bro. Nah, some people are irredeemable and cannot be saved. And Barco says, I think irredeemable is such strong language to use.
Yeah, I agree. Irredeemable is kind of a stern. Just because he's a cheater now doesn't mean he can't learn his lesson later. I just would take it as a rule that if it happens, you probably shouldn't be the one to I'd love to be the one who, like, she shouldn't be the one who stays with him and finds out the truth. Someone else can be the person that realizes he's not a cheater, right? Right. I just think like once you break that trust, it's kind of done. She's going to be holding the bag again. Yeah, exactly.
Here. He cheated on his SO and fell victim to the urges that all men have. He didn't murder or rape. Most active marriages right now have gone through similar things. When you've been together for a while, love allows for forgiveness. And Emmy said,
and this is where the thing, like, yeah, I agree. With a marriage, it could be completely different, right? You're both financially tied to each other. You have kids. There's a lot more involved in that relationship. I still think that, you know, it's probably better to get separated and divorced. People who hate each other, who stay together for the kids, generally put more trauma on the kids than parents who will break it off and, you know, be cordial with each other, right? There's a bunch of people who do dumb shit, but kids are pretty smart. As they get older, they'll realize which parent is the one throwing shit and which one is the good parent who's just been doing their thing. Or they'll realize that both of their parents are shit. You can't really help that.
As if you fall victim to the urges all men have, it means you have no self-control and quite literally are not a competent partner nor man. You're no better than a wild animal. Lol. This mentality is just a way for men to avoid taking an account.
No, I'm not talking from experience. I have never been divorced and I have never cheated on my wife. We have talked about it though. Like we've talked about divorce before, right? And we've come close to divorce in the relationship because relationships are hard, but we started communicating better and we built up our relationship better. You know, it kind of came to the agreement that we couldn't, like, neither of us could deal with that situation well, right? We talked about it and realized neither of us would deal with the situation if it happened, which it never will. I don't believe it will. That, yeah, we would just go our separate ways and be cordial. And that there's a lot of things that could do that, right? It just makes sense. It just seems, natural. It just seems like the right choice. Yeah, you definitely got me off track. So my parents got divorced, right? At a young age for me. And I'll say I got lucky because both of my parents were very cordial with each other. Even to this day, they can get together in the same room and not have any problems, right? So it's just the way it works.
Accountability. WestJet replies with this gift in the caption, holy, rent for 2 years secured. Max replies with this gift in the caption, he smashed whoever and kept his girlfriend. All-time great for real. Tectone replies, what happens in y'all's relationship is entirely between you all. Sykkuno, you fucked up. You know that. Cheating is never the right thing to do. Be better. I know you can. But if your girl chose to forgive you, that is her choice and no one else's. Immediate apologies must go out from everyone who took this opportunity to make public a story that your girlfriend should have had a choice to make herself just in pursuit of money and clicks is disgusting. I apologize that the girlfriend had to endure this. And
look at him. He's just like signal boosting. I fucking hate Tectone. He also, I believe, uses it later to basically try and pretend his is the same thing. Get relationship advice from a rapist. That's fucking funny.
Radicondrial replies, getting relationship advice from a rapist. That's a fucking funny. Legal Mindset replies to Sykkuno by saying, grounds for a lawsuit over this are weak, due to anonymity and journalistic protections. But grounds for an apology to Sykkuno's girlfriend are clear. Mujin and all VTubers that worked to coordinate the attack narrative without her consent need to set it straight ASAP. And Black Hat replies to this clip from the leaked call that Hemomal posted with the caption, so that was a lie.
Need to do that.
I mean, yeah, I care about her.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she can do that.
true. I'll just reach out to her then. But Yeah, no.
Nuri replies to Sykkuno by saying, cheaters never stop cheating. My ex-husband kept cheating on me while he was busy flirting with a bunch of 18-year-old on Valorant, buying them gifts and lying to my face every month that we barely had money for basics, including things our daughter needed. Those other girls aren't victims. Your girlfriend is the only real victim here, and I have zero problem saying it out loud. Your girlfriend needs to run as fast as she can and find a man who will treat her like the absolute queen she deserves to be treated.
Yeah, disagree with that comment. That, like, no, people can make a mistake once and change. It sounds like you kept learning the same lesson over and over and over again and just never decided to fix it. Yes, some men will keep cheating. Some women will just keep cheating, right? That's just a part of it. But let's not throw everybody in the same bag.
Lila Crane replies to Sykkuno by saying, you don't deserve her. I hope through therapy she heals and learns to respect herself enough to be free of you. Adam replies to Sykkuno by saying, enough XP to use your girlfriend as a shield, I see. Andrew Tate replies to Sykkuno by saying, lol 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 lol. And Sadwap says, Andrew Tate under a Sykkuno apology letter before GTA 6. Rossi Mator quote tweets Sykkuno by saying, no accountability at all in this. Didn't even state what accusations are false. Using his girlfriend's response as a way to minimize his actions and gloss over the issues. This was intentional. His own response didn't even make up half the message. I lack reading skills this, I lack reading comprehension that. You lack the ability to read between the lines. Also, a man who is exposed to multiple counts of manipulative behavior is not above lying and manipulating things to go in the direction he wants. And Koopop says, the only person he needs to be accountable to is his girlfriend, not mentally ill Twitter freaks. And Rossi Mator says, so he's not to be accountable to all the women he lied to and had sex with on the basis that he was single? If it was only his girlfriend that was harmed, then they would have handled it privately.
Like,
People are
all right, here's the deal. Like, what accountability? What are all these people looking for from this cheater? What do they want him to do? Get down on his knees and make an apology to every single one of them, right? You know, he at least mentioned his bad behavior. I agree. He should have. Yeah, the death penalty. You're right, Kimoji. He must be flogged through the street, stripped naked and whipped through the street as people say shame over and over and over again. Like, come on. He's already been called out. He's got the punishment he needs. He's been called out that he's a cheater. All the women know now that he's a cheater, and all the women that slept with him, including his girlfriend, knew that Mal didn't even get the fucking chance to sleep with him.
entitled to reveal their own experiences. And Koopop says he hooked up with one. The rest are basically strangers on the internet. They initiated the conversations either way. He's a liar and a cheater, but it's not.
Well, that's not true. So far we know of two, and maybe a third.
That deep. Flip quote tweets Sykkuno by saying, first VA to read this in a Deku voice is going triple platinum. Kelsky quote tweets Sykkuno by saying, blew his load into multiple VTubers and still managed to keep their relationship? Low XP bar my ass. Bro is the level 99 mafia boss of cheating. And Just J replies, XP bar is low because brother hit the prestige. Powder quotes Sykkuno by saying, Bao, Mal, and Mujin, shame on you. You had people believing you cared about the real victim in this situation, the girlfriend. You did not care. You did this because you were selfish. You put money above the safety and well-being of the girlfriend. This isn't just internet drama. Your actions can and will up someone's real life. The girlfriend already knew about the infidelity and chose to work through it in private, and you knew this. Were you just mad she didn't leave him? You had to go collude and cause a fit for the whole public to see? You guys are nasty people. And Belly replies, it takes a nasty person to recognize one, showing a post Powder made back in February where she says vote for me, and it's black VTuber awards versus white VTuber awards, in the caption total racial domination. And Powder replies, good luck with your bleeding vote for me. And it's a post by Belly saying, TMI post, but my ass is bleeding and my doctor hasn't responded. Chat, I'll let you know if I'm alive by morning. IBS Queen. And Belly says, thanks Queen, nice to know you care about my ongoing GI issues. It's been tough dealing with it on my own. Namos the ReTuber says, Bao was indeed in the group chat regarding letting the girlfriend know about what Sykkuno was doing and otherwise connecting them to the girls she was referring to in her tweets. By all other accounts, she had no part in the creation of the Google Doc. Stop it. Get some help. And Powder replies, who gave Mal, the Google Doc author, this screenshot of private DMs between Bao and the girlfriend? This DM was then used in the Google Doc, and the girlfriend had no warning of this expose, according to her statement in the apology. Attached.
Powder is still dumb, and her being right once doesn't change that. I agree. Like, someone, like, immediately after it came out, like, someone pointed out to me that Tectone basically said the same thing that I did on there today. it doesn't mean that they're not still dumb, retarded people. They just like, it can make sense on this level for this.
Matching the message that the
She might be an interesting one to learn about, though.
girlfriend sent to Bao saying, "Hey Bao," and then asking about the Sykkuno rumor. And Bayan's WMH says, "It doesn't matter. Just because the girlfriend doesn't want it to be public, now all the victims of Sykkuno don't deserve to be recognized by the public? Make it make sense." And Grego says, "I gotta recognize every and anybody that's been lied to by someone unfaithful." Leaflet replies to Powder's post by saying, "The absolute aura to put their names straight
Like, all the worst people, just all the worst people.
up without using ads. Knowing it will get to them anyway. Absolute legend elf." Rev says Desu quotes Sykkuno by saying, "Mujin, I hope Sykkuno's girlfriend finds the peace she deserves." Sykkuno's girlfriend, "I never wanted this to be public and those involved never checked in on me before or after releasing everything." And then a picture of Mujin edited to say, "If only you knew how bad things really are." Leia Sapienti tweets out this clip with the caption, "While reading Sykkuno's girlfriend's statement, Twitch streamer Denims criticizes YouTube creator and VTuber Mujin for running with the humiliating aspect of Sykkuno's relationship that he stated in a call, while also running with the allegations without getting permission." She also points out the framing of Mal's Google documents, stating that the document was intended to reduce harm, but in reality performed the opposite and caused harm. Denims outlines that the dynamic between Sykkuno and his girlfriend is not her business, or anybody's business at that, to which I agree. Outside the clip,
Well, yeah, I agree. Most of the people who are getting in this don't really care about the drama itself. They just have their own beef towards one party or the other, right?
Denims makes the argument on how streamers' relationships/relationship status are aspects of their personal life and should remain offline, as it could cause problems. Again, to which I agree with the sentiment.
With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and being better versions of themselves. You guys remember when the original document came out and I literally said, like, I'm sorry, why is no one asking about whether or not his girlfriend okayed this stuff coming out? Because if the point of the document, the original document, is to say, you know, I'm trying to do harm reduction, and I'm trying to make sure that, like, the people who need to know. And then you upload a video where it's Sykkuno saying to you that him and his girlfriend haven't been intimate in years, or for a long
I know,
time.
Vincent.
I would be mortified. Like, in my head, from my perspective, if I was the girlfriend, I would be like, and I was in contact with that person, I would say, do not upload this recording. For the love of God, do not. I would not want any of this public. But also, I'm sorry that he lied to you. I'm sorry that he made you think that, you know, like, you guys were dating. I'm sorry that he was a piece of shit, but I don't want this to be, like, as probably the biggest victim there, I don't want this to be public. And no one seemed to care about that at all. At least there's been a multi-year relationship. It's easier for us outsiders to say she should have cut it off, really let them handle this shit in private. I mean, from my perspective, I personally would leave that relationship because of the lying.
I'm excited for that too,
but
Mike.
also, not my business. It's also not my business.
Proctor Z tweets.
Well, I mean, I agree. It's not my business either, but it's been flaunted all over the internet, so I'm going to enjoy this slop.
Tweets out, Bao the Whale has addressed the Sykkuno situation in a 10-minute Twitch video. It's nothing you didn't already expect. And he attaches a link to her Twitch. Now, the video is about 10 minutes. We've chopped it down a little bit, and there is text that she shows on screen, which we will pause during to read the text on screen. So here is the VOD starting from the beginning.
A few weeks ago, a girl approached me, and she asked if a tweet I made last year was about, we all know who. She revealed to me that it was her boyfriend, if it was true that the tweet was about her boyfriend. I said yes, and I asked her if she would like to join a Discord call with me. In that call, I told her what I've heard from other girls often at various, events where I meet people. They share with me their negative experiences with him, and that he often tries to solicit sex from them. At this point, I felt that it wasn't right of me to speak on anyone's behalf. So instead of me going straight into the details that were shared in confidence with me, I got her in contact with girls who were affected by this person to share their experiences with her one-on-one. At that point, I just got them in contact with each other. After our phone call, I don't know what was divulged between the conversations between her and the other girls. I was more so focused on her safety. She shared with me that she was wanting to move out that week. And during that time, I tried my best to keep in contact with her and make sure she's safe, gave her as much help as possible to make the move as fast and smooth as possible. This is me, telling her pretty much everything that helped me a lot with my recent move.
Then she attaches this message that she sent to the girlfriend about moving. This one I won't read. It's not super relevant, the specifics, but it shows details that she gave to the girlfriend. Different size boxes, packing tape, etc. Stuff like that. But it continues.
And she shared with me that friends from out of state would be flying in to help her move. But at the last minute, she decided to talk to her boyfriend. She broke no contact.
Well,
she wanted to.
Well, let's remember from the actual Discord call, Mal told go console the girl you just cheated on, your girlfriend. Go, tell her it's all right. Go tell her it's okay. You just let me know when you break up with her.
Stay. I'm sure her friends also shared the same sentiment as me. We all tried our best to help her out of a very difficult situation, but there was nothing anyone could really do. It was her decision, and I think the only thing I could do at that point was respect it and left it at that. Not long after, this is her deciding not to move.
Then she attaches this message from the girlfriend to Bao. The previous moving message was on March 24th, and now this one is about 6 days later on March 30th. The girlfriend says to Bao, "Hi Bao, I'm sorry it's been a bit since I've gotten back to you. I wanted to let you know what was going on, but I imagine it will probably be confusing for you to hear. Essentially, before I left for Redacted, I decided to go see Redacted. Something was pushing me to see him before I left, so I decided to go. I don't think it's helpful for me to go into details, but basically I was shown some things that really made me doubt my decision on leaving. After talking with him for a long time, and after seeing things, I decided it wasn't the choice I wanted to make anymore, so I didn't end up leaving." And then the VOD continues.
And
I mean,
I feel like I did what I could to try and get her out of
I do think it's probably going to bite her in the ass again, just because of who he is and this large following, right? He's not going to lose access to women. He'll probably just have a new group of women around him. And can you really trust your boyfriend who his whole job is making women cream for him on his streams? Is he going to be able to suddenly resist it now that he knows he made that mistake?
very awful situation, but again, you still have to respect your friend's boundaries, and if that was her decision, that was her decision. So I left it as that at that. But then not long after, a VTuber would contact my mod for completely unrelated thing, but coincidentally, while they were chatting, she mentioned going on a date with Sykkuno, and I was pretty alarmed, because in her last message to me, she was shown things that made her doubt her decision on leaving. It seemed that things were looking up for their relationship, but that didn't make sense because the VTuber showed me and my mod screenshots of him talking to her as early as 30 minutes ago at this point in time. And so I went back to the girlfriend and told her, "Hey, do you know anything about this VTuber?" She said no. And I told her, "I really think you should ask your boyfriend to see his DMs with her and decide for yourself, is he really being honest with you?"
Then she attaches this message on April 3rd. This is a couple days after the last message that she attached, where it's her saying, "I think you should talk to her. She said they talked in call and DMs." And the girlfriend says, "I don't understand.
God.
Please tell her to add me. I just need screen."
Imagine this girlfriend now, right? A couple of women have already come forward, and now the women that have come forward are sending her more people of those who had come forward. It's just it's it's got to be insane from this level, because most relationships don't go through something like this, right? You don't meet well, one, it doesn't go online, for everyone to see, but like it's like one girl. You may interact with like one girl, maybe two. The girlfriend is the biggest loser because she got swindled twice. Right? By both parties, right? We're here for her. We want to make sure that she knows she's being cheated on, so she can get out of this. And now they dropped the Google document on here. So now the whole internet knows that she's in this relationship that she's been getting cheated on. And they've had to make a statement where she's admitted she's staying with the guy.
Shots of their conversations if possible. That's all I need. And Bao says, yes, I will. And the VOD continues.
At that point, I'm still just doing what she's requested of me. She wanted to talk to the girl one-on-one. I put them in a group chat and I immediately left. I felt that this was much more than I bargained for. I was already feeling like I was at my wit's end. I can't really force anyone to make the right decisions or do anything they don't want to do. And I felt that I've done what I could while respecting everyone's boundaries. And that is what I felt was the right thing to do. I, of course, have known for a while, as well as a lot of other people, that this guy's kind of just, he's no good. And I felt that I already kind of had my taste of what I guess would happen if things went public. Everything that I did to this point was completely private, and I'm not really sure what else I can share or divulge to prove that I am, I guess, like a lot of people are making my role out to be a lot more than it actually was. I honestly just got these girls in contact with each other, and I didn't have to, but I did because, well, it seemed like at this point, since so many.
So does it sound like she's separating herself from Mal, is what she's trying to do, Mal and Mugen, and be like, yeah, I gave them information for it and I talked to all these girls, but she didn't want the video dropped either? It doesn't seem like she's exactly saying that.
Girls were involved. They should at least be in contact with each other. And also, my biggest thing is it's not really my place to speak on behalf of anyone. I don't think nothing. I'm personally not a victim. I personally have never been in a situation with.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt for Mugen. I'm not a victim. And she's actually the one who had sex with him, right? Yeah, there's not a lot of victims in this, just a lot of people accusing him of being a predator.
This guy, but these other girls have. That's pretty much all I have to say. Sorry if things are a little jumbled. I don't want to mention any more names and add fuel to the fire. I think that emotions are really high because people are hurt and confused and are looking for answers in the wrong places. And I think it would do a lot of good if people hopped off online. And yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, touch grass, all you motherfuckers.
Been offline for the most part, and I hope you guys can follow suit. I highly recommend it. And yeah, just wanted to clear that up since my name is mentioned in the doc, but if you did read it, I just got the girls in contact with each other.
Along with the super parasocial analysis replying saying, too long didn't watch, I wasn't involved with the release of the video, nor did I have any role in publishing the video/doc. All I did was get everyone in contact. I was just trying to help the girlfriend. And VTuber Defense Force replies, so she's claiming to be barely involved, but in a roundabout way also admits she orchestrated the whole thing. If she were trying to help the girlfriend, she would have reached out to her one-on-one, not to get everyone in contact who wanted to ruin his life. And super parasocial analysis says the problem lies in the third parties who Bao has no control over, Himo, Mal, and Mugen. It's possible that Bao wanted to protect any girls from getting the wrong idea when hooking up with Sykkuno. However, Himo Mal already had plans to publish this expose with Mugen's help. You could argue she was complicit enough to repost/share the expose with her fans without understanding the consequences for the girlfriend, whom she claims is the one she was trying to protect. All in all, a very poor judgment in a difficult situation from the sudden spotlight. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives Geeko, Sal Saud, Coldest Bandito, Captain Crash Out, Papa God, Dear Boy, and the.
All right, so that that's kind of like the lowdown of what's happened since this document came out. I also have something I want to show up. There was another victim. Well, it looks like now we have 2 victims who have come forward, 2 more women that have come forward to say how bad a guy Sykkuno is and what a predator he is. And and it just gets worse and worse. This video
Went to evil Las Vegas.
Is pretty bad. I've already watched it. I think it's pretty bad. She tries to make this sound way worse than what it actually is, right? But we'll go over this, and I'll give my commentary. Let's see what's going on.
I went to evil Las Vegas alone. But I wasn't alone. I shared a hotel room
The community note is just kind of crazy too.
with Sykkuno. But I didn't know that he had other intentions. And I didn't ask him to share a room with me. I just simply asked him, "Hey, are you going to evil Las Vegas?" He said yes. And I said, "Oh, I'm trying to go this year. I'm looking at hotels and everything's so expensive. Do you pretty much have like any recommendations? Like, I know he lives in Las Vegas." And he said, "Oh, you're planning on coming? I actually have room if you just want to like room with me." And I said, and I at first was not against it. I was like, "Are you sure?" Like, no, I don't want to
Diabolical community
intrude. Like, I
note,
don't
it
mind getting
is.
my own hotel and all this. Like, I was insistent on being like, "Oh no, it's fine." And then he said, no, like, I have extra room. I already paid for it. And I even asked him, I'm like, "Are you rooming with a group or with friends?" And he said, "No, but there's 2 beds. So like, you'll get your own bed, you know, like yeah."
And she's upset because she got caught being a thought. True. Like, this is already like the first red flag in this situation, right? This is the first red flag where he's basically like, "Hey, you'll want to come stay in my hotel room one-on-one?" What could that possibly mean, right?
So I took his offer.
Why?
A dumbass. I took his offer, but I did later. I even offered to pay him back. I said, "How much should I save up for accommodations?" And he said, "Oh, no. No, you don't have to pay me back. Like, I already have room for the hotel. You don't have to pay me back."
I don't know how saying that you offered to pay it back makes this any better when you have an allegation saying that he finished inside you without protection, right? Who gives a fuck if you tried to pay him back?
So, yeah, I shared a room with Sykkuno.
Yeah, oh, he got paid.
At Evil Las Vegas. And we had plans to watch a movie together. We had plans to watch a horror movie together, Until Dawn. That movie's ass. Actually, I didn't even get to finish it, but that movie's ass.
Okay, why? All right, if you're gonna make a statement against somebody, especially like a serious statement where you're implying essay or something else around those lines, I don't give a fuck about what you thought about the movie before you and him had sex. I don't give a fuck about the Netflix and chill shit. Just tell what happened.
He has a hotel even though he lives in Vegas. Yes. We were watching the movie and he started to get very angsty or something. I don't know how to explain it, but he pretty much tried to make a move on me. And I was fully trying to say, like, I'm just here to watch the movie. Like, I'm just here to watch the movie.
All right, so she says no.
But me being a dumbass and not being very like, what's the word, very strong in like mentally, not physically, I mean like maybe this is a people pleaser in me, but and maybe, I don't know, benefit of the doubt, or because I still thought he was cute, or I don't know. He tried to make a move on me, resolute, I don't know, but he made a move on me. It did take like 30 minutes.
It did take like what does that mean? What does it mean it took 30 minutes? Was it like 30 minutes of you saying no, 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 no? Because that feels like what you're trying to imply in this situation, right? That it was 30 minutes of him. You're trying to basically say that he coerced you right after saying you thought he was cute.
Wow, I don't want to share that. I don't like sharing this on. This is like so personal. Like, I don't talk about my intimate life at all. But
Then why are you here?
I don't sleep with anyone that I'm not dating. And it didn't happen that night. I didn't want it to happen. So instead, I just gave him oral. Okay?
So she's such a people pleaser that she had to give him oral.
And then when he fell asleep, I got out of bed and I just ate a banana and I was just staring out the window. I was dissociating. I think I was straight up just dissociating. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
I just sucked dick. So afterwards, I ate a banana and disassociated. Are you fucking serious?
What just happened? And then in the morning, I barely slept that night. Then in the morning, he didn't really want to talk about it. And I was just kind of trying to open it up and talk to him about like what happened. And then we were going to talk about it, I don't know, later or something. I don't know, but I can't remember. But he ends up hugging me. But then pushes me onto the bed from the hug. And
From the hug.
we end up having sex. And I didn't have it in me to tell him to stop. So I just let it happen.
Okay. This is a problem I see with a lot. Like I've seen with several of these dramas where they're like, I just didn't have it in me to say no. I didn't try and stop him. I didn't do anything. Listen, if you don't want to have sex with somebody, if you don't want to do something with somebody, you have to be your own advocate. You have to try something. You don't have to say no. There are physical cues you can give that you don't want to have sex. Push him away. I think you should at least try and say no. But just being like, I didn't have it in me to stop it. What does that fucking mean? Like, what do you mean you didn't have it in you to stop it? This just sounds like regret for after the fact, finding out that you slept with a guy when you have some moral about not sleeping with people unless you're dating them. And it just went all over the internet that this guy cheats.
And while this was happening, while we were doing it, I always wear protection and I only sleep with people I'm in a relationship with. So I'm not used to one night stands or anything like that. But We were not using protection, and I'm legally hard of hearing, if you guys don't know already. But in the heat of the moment,
So why didn't you tell him to use protection? Like if you're not going to tell him to stop, and you do want it in somewhere, like at least tell him that you want to use protection, right?
he asked me if it was safe, and I didn't hear him, but I just said, and he finished.
She was sexually attracted to him, so she's changing the optics to make herself into seeming more like a victim. Yeah, it's very much trying to twist this bad experience or this regret she has for sleeping with him into something more malicious. That he was just pushing it upon her. It took 30 minutes for them to for her to give him oral. Well, was it 30 minutes of you saying no or acting like you didn't want to, like giving him actual cues that you didn't want to do this? Or was it 30 minutes of y'all making out and then you not wanting to have sex, so you said, well, I'll do this, right? What is it? We need more on, like, it doesn't seem like she's willing to say what actually happened, right? And if this is a bad situation, you want to tell those parts. You want to say, I was telling him no, I was pushing him away, I was doing this and that.
Inside of me, and then that was it. And then we just laid there for a little bit, and then I brought it up. I asked him straight up, when was your last relationship, and do you sleep around often? Like, is this normal for you? Because I told him straight up, I do not date with people. I do not sleep with people I do not date. I do not sleep.
So she feels bad because she was attracted to him. They had sex. She doesn't believe in dating, having one night stands. So basically, are we dating? Are we dating? Yeah, it's buyer's remorse, hoping that he'll say, oh, yeah, I really like you. Maybe we should become a thing, right?
With people that I do not date. That is just a moral of mine. I find it very intimate with whoever. So, and I don't actually have, I've only ever slept with 3 people. Well, 4 now. But I've only been in 3 relationships. So it was very new to me. I've never had a one night stand or anything like that. So I asked him, I'm like, is this normal for you? Like, do you sleep around a lot? And he said, no, he was being around the bush the whole time that I was asking these questions, by the way. I'm like, then why did you sleep with me?
Phrasing.
And he said, oh, it's just, giving me really half-ass answers, like, oh, it's just, I've known you for a while and I know you're very sweet and, you look nice. And then I asked him this question and I said, when was your last relationship? And he said 3 years ago. So in my head,
what he failed to tell her was that relationship was still going on.
It's crazy that's why I feel so blindsided and backstabbed, because I asked these questions and they ended up being complete lies. So when I really felt blindsided and backstabbed by all the information that was coming out, I really was, because I asked those 2 questions, like if he was in a relationship or like when his last relationship was and if he sleeps around, and he told me no and 3 years ago. And after that, I went on about my day, and then I ended up running into someone.
The other girl was getting backstabbed literally and figuratively.
I'm very close with, and they offered me to stay in their hotel room because I didn't feel comfortable sleeping in mine. So I ended up sleeping at my friend's hotel room for the next 2 nights. And you guys can even tell, you guys can even see on Twitter, if you guys look at my Evo outfits, the first outfit is in a very different hotel room than the other two, and that's because I ended up moving to another hotel. The first one is in the one that I'm with Sykkuno. And I ended up sleeping in the hotel that me and Sykkuno had on the last night because he ended up checking out early and sleeping at his house. So that was the only time I saw him. We ran into each other a couple of more times at Evo, but we didn't really say anything, and he didn't really want to talk about what happened. And then I struggled with this for a while, and I had someone in my life be there for me and kind of try to
Like
help me through this.
what are we struggling with? Like a bad situation? Like maybe you're struggling with the fact that you had your first one night stand. Got it. But you're trying to make this sound like way worse than it actually was. Like I had to struggle with this. Like you're trying to sound like you were SA'd when really you just made a bad decision with the guy and then later found out that he was a liar.
And my dumbass tried talking about it with Sykkuno later, trying to like understand what happened.
And she's still trying to go back and talk to him, right? She's still trying to keep that connection between the two of them, right? I almost want to bet that she was still trying to see if she could be the girlfriend since they had slept together. Probably make her feel better, right? Because it came out that even after they slept together, they became dating.
Because it's not
They began dating.
something I'm used to. And he pretty much beat around the bush the whole time. And then
Yes, we know Sykkuno loves to beat around bushes.
he would say things like, "Oh, I'm confused. I just wanted to know what you felt about that." And I said, "No, I want to know what you felt about this because I already told you how I felt." And yeah, he said he was sorry that he made me he was sorry that he gave me that impression and that he would want to reconcile. And me being the dumbass I am, I still wanted to be friends with him for some reason.
Because you thought he was cute. And he's a huge streamer.
So I did, and that's why we still played games. And then I ended up seeing him at TwitchCon at the Riot Party, and we actually talked in person for the first time since. And he actually brought that part up and said like he was sorry and stuff, and that he was sorry for giving me the impression. So I really thought he was, you know, honestly sorry, and I accepted it. And I thought I was the only one because I literally straight up asked him if he sleeps around, and he said no. So sorry, I thought I was the only one. Did I think we were going to be in a relationship? No. I knew how much older he was than me, and I was like, why would he want to be in a relationship with someone much younger? So I didn't really think that, it was going to go anywhere. So yeah, I just said, I think it's fine. Like, we'll just reconcile as friends. And that's that. And then
So they just reconciled as friends. Another terrible allegation from someone else, right? This whole situation has me wondering if Kimoji is actually tired. He's tired of women making allegations against men. That's what it is. You didn't know Kimoji was part of the manosphere. Mal reposted this. That's even funnier. She is desperately trying to make something out of this and getting dragged all over the internet. So, breaking news. There's another victim. America people are tired of women. Bernie Sanders. Oh. There is another victim has hit the towers. Iceland is the new one. I don't know who she is. I'm not into the VTuber scene. Slightly unhinged blue fops that plays Vidya. Okay. Anyways, so now that we have another one, let's see what these allegations are, because we have a whole new Google Doc to go over. And there's allegations already in here. I see the number 17. 17. So this could be more serious. After reading both the private and public apologies, I do not feel reassured that this is part of why I am choosing to share my experience now. I also believe people can make more informed decisions when they have more context, not less. Sykkuno became friends with me when I was 17 and he was 28. Nothing inappropriate happened at that time, but that history shaped the trust I had in him later. So we're basically saying he didn't do anything with you, but he groomed you, right? That's what I'm hearing right now. That's what's reading between the lines, is that you were groomed by him in some way. So I want to see this. Oh, dismiss. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready for the Google Docie? Because here we go. This shit is so tiresome. Yeah, but it's funny. This document is a personal account of my experience. A lot of our communications occurred over calls, so there is limited written evidence. I have tried to include as much as I can. Readers can use their own judgment. Before people read this and dismiss it as more than the same drama, part of why I am making my experience public now is because both his private and public apologies have left me feeling unsettled. To me, they have often felt more like explanations or excuses than meaningful accountability. I mean, what excuses did he give? I can't wait for in less than a month this whole drama repeats again with a different characters. It is kind of the circle of life with this one. This is evergreen content in the way that someone else will do the same thing. The thing is these used to hit really hard in older YouTube days, right? You could ruin someone's career with Google documents like this of women coming out. But nowadays, people tend to look at it a little bit more critically, and they're like, yeah, I don't care that you had a bad experience with this guy. I can't believe infidelity has been slopified too. Yep, it has. And you know what, Kimoji? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Oh, that has been part of what pushed me to speak, because I do not personally feel reassured that there has been genuine reflection, and I would rather others in the space have more information than less. This isn't meant to promote harassment, hate, or negativity towards anyone involved. I'm sharing it to provide context of my experience and to highlight patterns that stood out to me. After reading all of this public statement from other girls, so hold on. This isn't your thing? Like, hold on. After reading all the public statements from other girls, I found myself reflecting on these events and how I feel. I got a little bit off there in what I was thinking. I understand his girlfriend did not want the initial story to be public, and I reached out to her beforehand as a courtesy. With so much in the open, I feel that I have the right to share my story, as I've been left feeling used and misled. Yeah, I don't really care about people coming out afterwards and telling their story. I mean, the door has been opened, Pandora's box has been opened, but is this going to actually be damning information or is it just going to be more of the same? I'll be talking about some very personal things here, which are quite frankly embarrassing to share. I love to hear it, but I feel are pertinent, blah, 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 one day to understand why I feel so deeply affected by this. TVRL, I became friends with him when I was a minor, 17. So I wonder if this is one of those like 17 days, 10 months, 2 weeks, 1 day, 3 hours, 57 minutes, 5 seconds, like situations. And we remained friends for several years. I will say, though, on top of that, I'm going to put this out there. If you are an adult streamer, especially if you're above the age of, I would say, 21, probably, with it, do not talk or be friends with underaged fans or anybody for that matter. You are an adult. Hang out with adults, right? The only interactions you should have are like normal interactions publicly. He made it more recently he made advances towards me and told me that I was not involved with anyone else, that he was not involved with anyone else. So his typical MO, right? I later found out that this was not true. Had I known, I wouldn't have become involved beyond the friendship due to past trauma. Here we go. I'm sharing this because from what I experienced and what I have heard, this did not feel like an isolated situation. Yeah, we already know it's not an isolated situation. From our understanding, there's way more girls than have been out there. We're up to 4 now that have come out and said that they've been in a relationship with him, you being the 4th. So yeah, it's already not an isolated incident. I think after 3, we can call it a pattern of behavior. We didn't need you to come out to be one more for us to realize that, oh, wait a minute, this guy really is a cheater. I'm sharing this because, also, I know macho texto and pages, but fear not, most of it is just Discord DMs. From what we know, Big Sykkuno was going around like a donut, like that donut gif. Yeah, I mean, he was getting a hold of anyone he could get a hold of, right? And supposedly moving friends groups to do it. Let's see here. How I met Sykkuno. We met through a mutual friend who connected us, and he reached out to me first. This was before I became a VTuber, so I have censored my old account's name and profile pictures. Gotcha. I want to be very clear that he did not do anything explicit with me while I was a minor. Our conversations were casual. We talked about other games like Ark Knights and Animal Crossing, played Ark together, and just chatted. I'm including some screenshots for context. So this right here, bro, how long until we move from this drama, because this is so whatever at this point. I will finish this Google Docie and we will move on. But I'm going to try and cover every point of it because I don't want to miss when there's actual allegations brought up against him. There was about an 11-year gap. Don't care. So when I was 17 and he was around, we're not reading all 90 pages. I guarantee it. Most of it is going to be like this shit. So, like, you can already see shit going on, right? We'll stop and read something if it's interesting. We may get through this doc pretty quick. So here's the thing. You've already said here he didn't groom you, right? You were 17. He didn't do anything. Like when someone's grooming somebody, this shit is the Holy Bible, except it's cursed. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, E-News drama. So she's already said that there's no grooming, right? Already said there's no grooming because to groom somebody, you're trying to get them used to sexual activities. When a predator is grooming a minor, they're trying to get them used to those sexual activities. So when they become an adult, they can do the things they want to do with them, right? There's usually a line that's crossed. I don't know. He comes into my chat and bitches a lot. he's come on the channel and tried to talk shit, and usually gets slapped down. Oh, so basically this is, I heard you liked Arc Knights and you were blank friends. So you ain't pulling a rim on me, Stinky. Oh, so he reached out to her, right? Okay, so she messaged him. The fuck is a rim? Uh, so she messaged him. All right, I added you. Oh, no. That's her saying it. Never mind. I'm sorry. He messaged her this. She says, "Why are you messaging me? I heard you liked Arc Knight. Sorry, never mind. No, I do. I just didn't expect you to talk to me. Yes, I am a slave to all the waifus and husbandos there. And so this is my wallet." Oh, you motherfuckers. I understood that right. Oh, God. Yeah, I actually. It's a fun game, but I don't think it's fun. I don't know anyone who plays. You are super nice and easy to talk to, so thanks you. That was actually my first time playing. Okay, like typical stuff I'm not seeing. I will illegally go to Cali. Oh, hold on, what is this one? I'm sending you random videos I've saved, honestly. Oh, so this is what you are into, huh? Wait, did you say something wrong? I don't know what this is. Sorry. You didn't. I was messing with you. Uh, so this is what you are into. I didn't. What? Again, I was a minor at the time. I understand at the end of the day these were just jokes, but looking back, him making jokes that now feel have sexual connotations from the get-go feels very off-putting. What was the video? She said I can click on this? Is this going to be some fucking hold on.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
That's special. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you.
This is just
Fucking. No fuck you.
Motherfucker!
Fuck you.
The fuck do you want?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. 私も fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, no fuck you.
Yeah, I know. I took a risk there. High risk. Fearless. Okay, that was fucking like nothing. I don't know where she's getting sexual connotations just because he said that. Another reason to not watch My Hero Academia. I'll admit I watched like the first season and I just wasn't into it. Again, I was a minor at the time. So you're gonna poke me like one time? Like the dinosaur will kill me? What am I looking at? You are looking at victim number 4 in the Sykkuno being a player allegations at this point. I will illegally go to Cali. This is this. Oh god, it naturally looks nice. Dang it, I look like a hobo because of the quarantine with my haircut. My hair used to be pretty short. Oh god, lol. Do you prefer your hair short or long? Me, short's easier. Oh yeah, shorter's nice, I think. I used to have super long hair and was hard to wash and maintain. What about you? He's still doing this gay. I mean, this is his thing. I never thought, okay, during this time, I was a face cam streamer. He would sometimes pop into my stream. I never thought much about his comments on my appearance while I was a minor. God, she's pushing this minor shit. But going back and reading things like shorter hair is nicer for hugs and stuff, yeah, that's fucking weird. I'll say that. We already agreed to Black Lagoon. Oh, God. Is nicer for hugs and stuff. And the implications in it makes me feel disgusted. I had short hair at this time. Hey there, you are invited to my 18th birthday party since I can have one IRL. When is this? Sunday? Oh God, it's a 5 a.m. my time. Maybe I can come near the end. Because it's going on till 8. Oh yeah, I should be there in Ned. Okay. Yes, I get this as like weird connotations, but he's not setting you up to groom. He is complimenting you. Maybe he does want to do something, right? Maybe there's something there and he wants to us to do it. Let's see when they started talking. So 2020, 6/3/2020. When's her birthday? Why is she blocking out the time? So this is literally a situation, like I'm going to believe since she's blocking out the time, that this is a situation where she was a couple months away from being 18, but she's trying to make it seem like she is being groomed by this guy at 17. If he was being weird in this convo, he would have asked for a picture. Yes. And obviously she was a face cam streamer, so he could go on there. He had her in personal DMs. Why, if he's a groomer that she's putting out, why is he not like trying to get more out of it? I censored the months because I don't want my exact birthday to be public knowledge. I want to keep as much personal as identifiable information as possible. Okay, so the next message is after that though, because what did we say? This is May 03. This is 1604. Yeah, it is pretty lame when they're blocking out times. I agree. But this is April 16th, 2020. What? Oh, no, it was March. It's literally a month away. Like, they're talking before she turned 18 is literally a fucking month away. Because I kept reading this wrong. It's March 6, 2020. Her birthday was around April 2020. You're super friendly, so don't let people take advantage of you or something. Hey. So like, also, who cares if your birthday becomes public? Agreed. Like, it's not a big deal. Many streamers use it to their advantage to get more super chats, right? You're on Twitter. So March to April is when she was 17 to 18. Get the fuck out of here, right? Get the fuck out of here. And apparently, like, he didn't start hitting on to her till much later. Like, how old was she? I knew him for over 5 years, and we would communicate sporadically throughout the entire time and play games here or there. Okay. I had never heard anything bad about him and only positive interactions with him. He was a respected content creator in the space with a lot of friends. His persona on stream was very wholesome. He was flirty, but nothing over the top, and honestly, I usually didn't even pick up on it. When Peak became popular, he started inviting me into group lobbies. After that, we ended up gaming together pretty regularly, both on and off stream. Dude, this guy has to have like a fucking amazing how would you call stuttering like a moron flirty? I don't know, man. I don't understand this idea of like the stuttering shy guy approach when we all know these women are generally going to go for a terrible guy anyway. The motorcycle dude. Low XP bar my ass. This dude is 99 level mafia boss is what I think you're saying. He's got that high charisma to pass every role. Yes, but not even that. He's had all of these women and they're all gaming with him. They're all getting their own time. This dude is like a master at using his time to talk to all these women. He was flirty but nothing at his peak popularity. Sometimes it would just the two of us. Other times one of his friends would join, spamming those D20s. He's definitely the bard. Definitely the bard. Oh, he also opened up to me about personal things, his family, his childhood. He forgot one thing, an experience he hadn't shared publicly. At one point, he gave me his phone number, which felt like a clear sign that he trusted me. He fucking dragon VTuber. Well, let's see if that allegation comes out. Relevant personal context. I don't care about your life. I dropped out at 15 due to extremely mentally unwell. I am not very balanced. Why are all of these people not very balanced individuals? And anyone who interacted with me for longer than 10 minutes would be able to tell. I struggle with autism, ADHD, OCD, GAD, and an eating disorder. Please, I've said this 100 times. Don't fucking air all this shit out. Like, don't air all this shit out. Like, you're just trying to make it sound like you're weaker, so it's so much easier for him to take advantage of you, right? But there are people with autism, ADHD, OCD, GAD, eating. I don't know how an eating disorder is going to be the problem. Like, who have mental disorders, who go to therapy, take medication, and are able to live a decent life without being completely manipulated by some fucking freak on the internet. These are not meme illnesses. I've been collecting like Pokemon badges, but real conditions. Okay. I don't know why you had to say that. They've been medically diagnosed by professionals. I would love nothing more than to be a normal fucking individual. My apologies for exposing my mentality into this, this Google Docie. Oh, I was very honest about him and talked about my low self-esteem and body issues. I'm not sharing this as an excuse or a way to remove myself from accountability, but I think it adds to context as to why I feel I am more vulnerable at being taken advantage of. You know what you could also have done? Just said, like, I talked to him about some very personal things, right? That still gets the same thing across. We don't have to know every, thing about you for it. I struggle to understand people, and I was bullied badly. Yeah, I get it. I've never had a boyfriend, been in a proper long-term relationship. Oh no, she was a virgin. I hate the internet, man. I've little to no real-world experience. I trusted Sykkuno despite deep trauma that I'm not going to air out, and I feel you aired out quite a fucking bit. I feel disgusted looking in the mirror sometimes, knowing that I sent him what I sent to him, and that I was just another gold, just another notch on the Sykkuno belt. During the conversation, his interest seemed to shift when he learned that I had never had sex. It was during these calls that he started making romantic advances. I mentioned I was up late due to I mentioned I was up late due to medication side effects, and when I said I was on the pill, he seemed surprised and assumed I was sexually active. I clarified that I wasn't. I can be very blunt at times. He's a huge, successful streamer with a lot of connections, status, wealth, etc. I don't give a fuck. You're still a grown adult. I don't think I'm special. I have very low self-esteem, so few times I asked him why me, as in why he would choose me when he could have anyone else he wanted. His response was, I trusted you. Yeah, He's a very manipulative guy, or better, just not make this Google Doc at all. I agree. I agree. Here's a 30-page Google Docie on Simon. He ran me over with a monster truck in Sonic. I want to see it. We need that Google Docie. I will read it and air out everything. When the conversation started to become more romantic, I directly asked him if he was involved with other girls and made it clear I wanted to know up front. He denied it and assured me at the time. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be a common thread with this guy. I had known he was seeing multiple girls and inviting them to conversations. I wouldn't have gotten involved. Yeah, I don't think anyone would have gotten involved, right? Well, Mal is a different story. I definitely think there are people who still would have gotten involved, even if they knew he had a girlfriend, right? Had I known he was seeing multiple women at the end, at the call ended with what sounded to me like jerking off and heavy breathing after sending him a picture of me. He was the initiator in everything sexual, romantic, and flirtatious, and simply followed his lead. Okay. I sent him a picture, and I'm pretty sure he jerked off to me. Oh. Go on, have another one. Why don't you? So, about my prize. What prize you haven't won yet? I'm drawing this out. I'm holding you hostage. I want my present from behind next time. So she sent him a sexual picture and she's surprised he was jerking off to it. When do we have? Of course, we don't have a timestamp on when these were sent, right? Of course not. What can you actually draw it out? LOL. Wait, this is actually going to take like 20 turns. My final revenge. Okay, is what I would say if you had won. Unfortunately, I'm a sore loser and I'm now going to be stummered and not move my pebble. I guess it's a lie. Oh my god, LOL. I'd say both people in this doc are in the wrong. Yeah, yeah. How about a fair game of archery? Besides, I'm still waiting for my prize. Only fair to make you wait. Okay. The screenshot below is after I sent him an explicit photo. We had agreed on a trade, but he never held up his end of the deal. Oh no. The real crime is she didn't get her dick pic. I did the whole I'm so nervous, I've never done anything like this before, oh my god routine. I didn't ask him to send anything explicit, but seeing as he bragged about his dick size to me, I wanted a suggestive photo. I guess I was also a show of trust. He would have be put off sending anything. Uh, 5-headed pictures instead of dick pics. Oh. Sykkuno really hit her with the I'll see you later, sucker. Oh. I'm not the best, but I started working out to try and make it nicer for you. Oh no, and I know we said we'd trade, but I wanted you to have this before I leave. Aw, what the heck? You're so sweet. Thank you. And when is your trip? I will do it. Oh my god, I'm sorry to be honest. They actually never done anything like this. I'm so nervous and worried to tell you. Wait, is your trip tomorrow? Oh my god, what is the 7th? It's the 7th, right? No, it's totally okay. I understand. I'm nervous every time I do stuff. You can keep all your choices, your clothes on, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I leave tomorrow. Also, good morning. Woke me up. I did what? Well, good morning. Yeah, I forgot to silence. Hopefully you are less nervous if you know I like when I see you. Oh my god, I'm sorry. No, it's really nice. Being woken up by you. You said you were nervous when you do stuff. I was trying to make you more comfy. But you should go back to sleep. I probably will soon. All right, I see. Never mind. Thanks for anything for playing. Even this is like really, really low key stuff. Bad sportsmanship, big cheating, unfair strategy, big win, grr, underhanded. Like, what is this? You're such a cheater. She called him out. How many chicks did this twink pull? I mean, apparently a ton. Apparently he was like all over the place. Oh, okay. He asked me multiple times if I wanted to hang out at TwitchCon or Paris prior to us becoming involved. Most of the time I was non-committal answer, redirected the conversation to something else, or said no. When I said I couldn't go because of money, this was simply because it was the easiest answer. I didn't want to explain that I was scared to travel alone to a foreign country where I knew no one, to meet someone for the first time, that I struggled in crowds, around people, and other issues. I was not looking for handouts and declined any offer for him to pay me. Some of these screenshots are just normal DMs because us. But I thought, what the fuck? Bro's a poon hound. Yes, he is. It's all right place. I'm very busy. Accommodations to Paris. You can probably help. This is just like Paris. Like, where's the sauce? Oh my god, this more like, did they even, outside of the one photo? Did she send him anything else? You should hang out more though. You should write up a Google Doc about how his cheating made you feel. We got to go deeper. How all of this, how his cheating made me feel. A story from Wargaming Dad. At a restaurant, very tasty. This is like the lamest shit. Like, this is. And now this is like 2025. So he didn't start heating over where you don't get it. The cringe of this girl doc is the sauce. So she banged on about this guy being like, her being 18 or 17 when she met this guy, 1 month away from her birthday, by the way. Unconfirmed if it was even a full month away from her birthday. Then he doesn't start hitting on her until 2025. And they start like going out, or they start going through this. Like, we can't see the text here, but we see this. So I'm assuming that, around 2025. So she's well older than 18 by the time she starts sending him pictures. You have to look at it differently. Bro fucking waited until she was 18. He didn't have to wait till she was 18. It was 1 month away when they started talking. He waited until she was, all right, if she was 18 in 2020, she's what, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 years old when he actually started trying to hook up with her. So bro waited 5 fucking years to even try and hit on this chick. Like, he wanted to be nowhere near that 18-year-old fucking side. Yeah, America is big. I got Celestria. Oh my god, hi. Are we hanging out at TwitchCon? I can't go. I'm broke. Sorry. Damn, Jazz, where I heard that one. What about if I went to Paris later this year? You could go too. I mean, technically, yes. Wait, really? But again, no. My man could never. I hope you have fun though. All right, I'll buy you a flight. I mean, he's also invited other women to this event, right? These same events, from my understanding. Oh, what time is it where you are? Of course, it's July. Are we actually going to do it? Oh God, I'll have to say, so far this is the worst of the Google Docies. I think you might have misspoken. You said he didn't even have to wait until she was 18. Yeah, I did say that, but that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I mean, what I more meant was we're in the realm of 18. Like, she's weeks away from 18. You're not going to get groomed weeks away from 18 and becoming an adult. That's what I really meant to say. But clip it if you have to. You said try a courset monsieur when you're in France. Very tasty. I will. I want to hang out with you. I waited for the right dreamer, man. You're well. I was 11 when went to the Louvre. Like this is just like I love puzzles. We're so nice. We're French. How? How? Oh my God! Oh right, you're going to the thing. Was it like a wedding? Yeah. LOL. I think they. I mean, it sounds like they're having nice conversations most of the time. He's not even like one of those creeps that immediately comes and is like, "Hey, can you send me a pussy pic? Yeah, like, can you send me some pictures?" And a dork at the same time. Yeah, I mean, we all knew that Simon was probably a groomer. I mean, it is like a poorly written fanfic. I mean, I don't need to watch. Don't want to give you performance anxiety. I mean, I'll probably lose first day and be free, to be honest. No, you're gonna win. Egad. FYI, Wargaming Dad, you've been on Sykkuno for almost 2 hours now. You should probably cover the quartering eventually. I am, and I may have to push Simon back to to tomorrow. We're almost done with this doc. I mean, we're over halfway through it, and it looks like most of this is just him being like the nicest guy to her. Like none of this needed to be in here. Ultimately, I didn't go because my German passport was expired. So she was in the country and could have probably gone. Fuckery, when he invited me to go to Paris, he said he'd even pay for everything. No idea I was going to juggle multiple girls over. No idea he was going to juggle multiple girls over a few days. Oh, God. Realizing I was not the only girl involved. Sorry, it seems super random, but you are going to Paris because someone invited you and offered to pay your tickets. Okay, unfortunately, Elfia, F you, Wargaming Dad. I tuned in tonight for just that. I'm sorry, I didn't expect another doc to drop on the Sykkuno drama, and I've been covering it pretty consistently. Below are receipts of me confident. Okay, so this is evening watching the Fallout. Okay, this is money and grifts. He sent me money once. He sent you money once? And gifts. Oh my God, are you sure? Yeah, communication after the public allegations. Uh, Hold on. This might be interesting. Talk about the quarter pounder tomorrow. Sugar twink. Yeah, I mean, all of these women's at least benefited a little financially, it seems, from this guy. After everything got public, I reached out to him to try and find some closure. Part of me wanted to make him feel how I felt, to get stabbed in the back, or at least feel a fraction of what pain I felt. I was hurt, disgusted, angry, yada, yada, yada. I know it was morally wrong of me, selfish, but I was still angry. Hey, how you holding up? That's pretty brutal expose. Not well. I'm sorry. Firstly, I don't know your mental is like right now, but please don't do anything stupid. Secondly, can I ask something? I'm alive, and yes, you can. Why'd you lie? I asked you point blank. All of these women asked this dude point blank. More power to you. I believe I even used the phrase more power to you, if so. At the time I talked to you, I wasn't. And when I was talking to someone else, that's when we stopped talking as much. I'm sure you could tell. I'm sorry. I know this isn't nice to hear, but you deserve the truth at least. Well, let's not lie. You invited me to Paris while inviting two girls. The thing I hate about VTuber drama is it all reads the same from one to the other. They always do this victim thing when you read it into it. The dude is usually an okay guy, and she just is just angry. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a cheater, right? You can absolutely call him a piece of shit cheater. You can say that he manipulated these women, but he's not a predator like everyone's trying to throw him out there. And they're acting like this is some big win against him, right? No, I didn't. You said you couldn't extend the trip. And what, even if I had to prove I'm not the only one you were talking to, you probably you rejected me there, but I did stop talking to you as much. I have known you 6 years, and you can at least be a little bit more truthful. You're waiting for a corpse husband, Doc, on Sykkuno. Uh, I'm telling you it, but from the original question, I don't fully know why. A combination of wanting to say things to make you happy and afraid. I said I wouldn't care if you were. That would affect how I then proceeded with the situation. How would you telling me anything make me upset when I outright said I didn't care that and that was your business? I know you were good. You're being like, what does she mean by that? Like, I feel like she's kind of saying like I wouldn't have. She's saying I wouldn't have cared if you were dating somebody, but does she mean she would have continued the way it was, or does she mean like something else? You're being dramatic. Yeah, I cried a lot, but I kind of knew. Why else would you ask you twice? You are who you are. It just made sense. I'm human too. I'm aware, and I hope you are doing as well as you could be. I had lots of fun with you too. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I don't know that was the person or not, but either way, we had some good laughs, and I appreciated that. What you did sucks, but yeah, it is what it is, and I'm not the biggest victim here. You made me feel special, and that was nice. And I met so many people through you. Super weird closure. I agree, Jasmine. I agree. Uh, uh, Spending is sad. The memories disappeared. Yeah, well, you deserved it, you conniving rock. You would do the exact same to me for the content, and we both know it. I did. Thank you for messaging me with the closest. Good thing you have those investments, I guess. I mean, as sad as I am, I still care about you. Jesus Christ, is this man like what is this man doing? Was going through multiple women. That's for like, what is this man doing? I still have feelings for you though. I still care about you. You have hurt so many people, but you are still a human, as you said. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but naive. Hopefully, with therapy and time, everyone will heal. And hey, you had a pretty good run, all things considered. What? Great job, playa. You got them girls right. You probably should have vetted and picked a little better. What is she's proud of him. That's life. And it sounds like you never plan on coming back. I mean, you'd have to have balls of steel to come back right now. The man's got game. It's the K-pop Asian singer face. This is the strength. See, I told you this might be worth it more than many, so thank you. I mean, he's going to come back. It's not going to affect him that much. You didn't do anything illegal, did you? Not that you shouldn't tell me if you did. Again, what you did is sucks, but people do act logically, they act emotionally. Right now, they are hurt, so emotions take the wheel. I still consider you a friend. Maybe that's wrong. Well, someone I care about your well being. What is this? What is this? He ordered a lot of cream pie. And apparently he got a lot of it. There might be a lot of little Sykkunos walking around. In response to me offhandedly saying you had a pretty good run, he says, and it sounds like you think I'd never plan on coming back. That stood out because even in the middle of everything coming out, he seemed to already be thinking about returning. That felt jarring. Yeah, why wouldn't he return? Right? They're not the worst allegations in the world. He's a cheater. He may have some problems with his audience. Uh, Oh, Jesus. He will have some problems with his audience, but that's like Is he dropping views like there's no tomorrow? Are people leaving him? Probably not. In my opinion, someone who is generally focused on reflection and accountability would not be thinking about speaking about a comeback at the moment. I mean, it's his livelihood. So, my closing thoughts. I'm really sorry to anyone I've disappointed. I trusted someone I only had positive interactions with for years. And honestly, I liked the situation. It made me feel special. I feel gross and disgusted. And I mean, it doesn't sound like it over here. Like, you don't sound gross and disgusted. You actually sound like you're kind of proud of him for pulling that game. 20s will be bent over backwards for K-pop looking cringe things, even if it means being in the most toxic relationship ever. Girl, I find you weird after this document. Like, what is this trying to like take him down? Like, this sounds like she's trying to talk him up. Like, it's okay. He didn't like go after me with a minor. All our messages were like friendshipy stuff. You only showed where you sent him one picture, right? No sexting in this situation, and you never met him to have sex. This just seems like y'all were friends with the occasional picture that he got or something like that. Like, what is this? If you choose not to watch and support me anymore, I understand, and I want to thank you for the time given. I said, oh, ching chings, not cringe. Gotcha. Yeah, girl thinks she's one of them when she's not even close to the others that all got cream pied. I wrestle with speaking about this because I didn't want people to see me differently. I mean, yeah, they're going to see you differently, lose the friends I made via him, or be attacked. Hopefully, by offering up this information, people will see it wasn't just one or two girls. He has done this to so many girls over the years. We were all put in a situation where our consent was given based on a lie. No one knew he had a girlfriend and that he was messaging and sleeping with multiple girls. I'm deeply sorry for the people he hurt. You all deserve better, and you you weren't the problem. I'm sorry, bud, but like he didn't choose you. He didn't choose you. Yeah, this is going for sympathy points for a person that he didn't choose, right? Maybe he didn't like the first picture. He even mentions like stopping talking to her several ways down because she's not coming to see him. I don't even know what this document is. I have no idea. One-sided relationship. Like, she thought they were dating and he was just chatting with her and playing games. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. We're finally through the Sykkuno stuff. 2 hours of crazy shit. Let's go into some of the quartering, because it looks like a new message has gone. I'll get to you, Simon. I'll get to you. I promise we'll watch it tomorrow. But I want to catch up on the quartering drama because it's the quartering drama. Talk about the quarter pounder tomorrow. I'm going to talk about him today. In fact, he's dropped a new message, apparently. Poor Simon. I know. Poor Simon, Jasmine. I'm going to need you to console him until tomorrow, so that he doesn't feel as bad. So another internet versus, just because this is going to be the easiest way for me to put people in line. He seems to do really good at keeping up with these kind of dramas and getting at least the most of it in there. Well, babe, I guess we're watching The Boys, consulting him in the bed. I don't need to know all that. See you later, boomer. Simon is rage quitting my stream because I didn't bring him up. That's fine, Simon. Cry about it. We'll talk Saturday. You'll be back when I start covering your stuff. Bye, Unc. Bye, Jasmine.
Over the weekend, many updates have come out about the feud between the Quartering and Kino Casino. After first, the Quartering put out a statement saying that he was embarrassed by his reaction to the Kino Casino, calling for their channel to be taken down, but still he sees the Kino Casino as vile and liars. And of course, this garnered him some backlash, but it got exponentially worse after Kino Casino's clip channel on YouTube was taken down, with everyone immediately pointing the finger at Jeremy. Of course, he denied involvement in this, but some criticized him, saying that even if you didn't directly pull the trigger on their channel, he brought this whole concept to light and may have inspired someone else to do it.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely doing a call for action. He definitely did a call for action to try and say, hey, you got, this is wrong. Someone needs to pull it down. He went on the offensive.
Additionally, a video posted shortly after Kino Casino's channel was removed on the Quartering's channel included a link on his Gmail where YouTube is thanking him for a report filed, causing many online to demand seeing the flag history of this account, which he has never shown. But there's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus the Quartering's response. It starts when the Quartering tweets out his response saying, "The final time I will address this controversy. There have been some folks having a lot of fun at my expense. It's been going on for like a year and I never said anything about it until recently when they started inventing vile lies about my wife, my family, and well, me as well, of course. The thing I forget is this is the internet. You can't just spend all day responding to every new insane claim. That's what they want. I've been doing this long enough to know better. I should never have even implied anything about taking their channel down. That's not okay. It's cringe. It's bad. It was me getting emotional. I guess it's harder to brush things off now that I'm in my mid-40s. Plain and simple, I got triggered when they moved on to insulting my wife, my marriage, and family. They state as fact some of the most vile, untrue imaginable, all in an attempt to get my attention, and I made the internet's cardinal sin of getting emotional."
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be quiet on this, right? Did the bull write this tweet? Maybe, possibly.
It's a no-win situation. They make up insane shit like my friend of 10 years is having sex with my wife, and I just have to sit there and let it become lore. Let it fill my comment sections and live stream chat, because if I address it, they just make something else more insane up. I have been way too open on the internet. Most everything they are memeing on is shit I've openly shared, like my pants at a Walmart, etc. Lol. And that's all fine. It's just the insane lies that I thought might end at some point. Sadly, they just keep ratcheting them up, and now that I responded poorly, more folks are getting involved in cementing this garbage as fact. I've definitely done some cringe stuff worthy of making fun of, and I hope they make a lot of money doing it. But at the end of the day, there is room on the internet for all of us. This is the part of it sometimes. Almost nothing said about me is being presented in good faith, but I just gotta let it ride and not spurg out.
God, the words good faith are just like forever make me physically cringe, because no one uses it in the right term. And like, is it shitters on the internet? I guess Kino Casino obviously said some stuff. I haven't heard what was said, but you got to brush it off, right? If it's like true libel and they're trying to ruin your career over it or something, sure. But if it's a drama channel, or like Kino Casino is known for saying insane shit, I don't know that anyone really takes it super serious all the time. I'm sure trolls come in and do their thing, but I've heard them say things that are like, there's no way possible that that's true.
So for that, I apologize. Comment sections have been wild and made it worse. Please don't bother engaging with this stuff. Everything is going to be fine, lol. I apologize on my part for making it worse for people that just want to watch the show, lol. They will see this post as yet another epic win in their twisted fantasies, but this post is for people who actually watch the show, not for them. I am human, and sorry to say, a pretty boring one despite what you might hear or see on the internet. Sorry to report, I do not in fact have a Jewish bull. My female coworkers love working together and we are all friends. I do not have any prior or current employees under NDA. Just about everything you see or hear just isn't true, or it's purposely.
I'm sorry, I in fact don't have a Jewish bull. Okay, so your bull is not Jewish. Got it.
Warped, lol. And Shuan had replies to Quartering by saying, "Threatening to deplatform a channel is like threatening to use a nuke in the world of the internet. Completely against the bro code. Every public..."
He'll feel better in a month's time. by watching the Mando and Grogu movie in theaters and giving evil and woke Disney Hollywood his money.
Public figure is mocked and their personal lives gossiped about. I learn a new lore about myself every day, but never threaten to destroy those people's lives. You need to apologize to the casino boys directly and just continue making content your fans want to see. And the quartering says, I know, it was a moment of weakness. I never followed through. I just got in my feelings once they brought my wife, who is not an internet person. No excuses, disengaging. Oh, shoo, on that second part. I will never apologize to those losers who circulated Photoshop disgusting pictures of my wife. We are not 18 years old anymore. Pretty sure you wouldn't have apologized to those people spreading fake nudes of you, would you? And SW Carter says, when did Kino Casino pass around photoshopped pictures of your wife? And Aiden Paladin says, no, Jeremy, you broke the bro code. It's over and you are forever a flagger. Pochot replies to Shoe Head by saying,
that is not what they said right there.
Going after someone's wife is a nuke. Ethan Ralph quotes the quartering by saying, you're a bum. Sad but true. Matt Jarbo quotes the quartering by saying, final time, until it's Miller time. Josh Moon replies to the quartering by saying, it's like you're taking all lessons learned watching internet personalities implode and then reenacting them. You've crafted this message to own up without actually having to tell your audience what you did and to who. For educational purposes, let's go point by point. 1. Who is this for? Who are some folks? It should be for PPP and Andy Worski, but you don't mention them once. The first requirement of an apology is addressing the people who you have wronged. People are taught this as toddlers. 2. The second component of an apology is identifying what you are apologizing for. You actually didn't say you'd take their channel down. You were threatening to go scorched earth and take everything they have. 3. The third component is actually taking responsibility for it unconditionally. The first 9 paragraphs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty common, like it happens all the time online, so I don't know if it's the same as using a nuke. It's more so when you're a bigger YouTuber and it can hit the drama scene really well that it can hurt you a lot, but small YouTubers will do it all the time. We know Pirate Software does it to people, or at least does it through a roundabout means, and he really, while catching flack for it, he really doesn't catch all that much flack for it because it's not him, quote unquote.
Graphs preceding the apology is your justification. If you feel so justified in going scorched earth and taking everything they have, don't bother apologizing. 4. You're doing this on Twitter. Your tweets only get as many views as mine, and all I do is dump half-baked racism a couple times a week. Supposedly, you get as many as 60,000 live viewers, so that would be the appropriate place to apologize for threatening to engage in lawfare and deplatforming for online banter. 5. The true purpose of this message is to try and appease PPP plus the Kino Casino audience without actually having to expose your audience to anything that's been going on, or what any of the vile, untrue is. All the same way you thought threatening to take everything they had might make them shut up, you're hoping that an ambiguous apology might take the wind out of their sails without having to eat crow for anything. Finally, and most importantly, this message ignores reality. You're not learning anything. You've not accepted any of the points raised that have triggered you. Your friend, who you invite over to your house, is a known swinger with a criminal history involving a DV. There is very good circumstantial evidence that you were
So one of the people that goes over to the house is a swinger. All right, the plot thickens.
Aware of this. There are way too many clips of you making wildly inappropriate statements to your female co-hosts. Nobody can take public statements that they're fine with it at face value. They're your employees, and one of them is feeding a baby, soon too. She can't afford to leave at any time if she wanted to. You also say my female coworkers love working together and we're all friends, but we know for a fact that's not true. The former co-host and co-founder of the Publica, Sydney Watson, is evidently very unhappy, probably because of the on-screen harassment that she was subjected to. Despite your claims, she does appear to be subject to an NDA, or maybe a non-disparagement clause, which is not technically an NDA. This post does 3 things. 1, it admits that PPP is getting to you. 2, you have learned nothing. And 3, you will keep causing the same problems for yourself. P.S. Rakeda also does the smiley face cope smiley thing. Then this unrelated tweet went up that people memed on when the quartering tweeted out about his chat saying Chad bullied me into playing Crimson Desert and it was well worth it. However, there was an edit to this post because originally it said Chad bulled me into playing Crimson Desert and it was well worth it. And JG replied, holy f***ing cooked dude. And it's him saying, please tell me you meant to say bullied but you say bulled so much your phone autocorrected. Please God, tell me that's what happened. Meme Copium also tweeted it out with the caption, Freudian slip alert. And Shred replies, why is such a huge thing among the Rumble circles? Holy sh**. Brittany Venti also weighs in on the whole situation by tweeting out, "At the quartering, you're trying to deplatform Kino Casino for laughing about your wives, pizza, and sky bowls, but you openly lust after women. I just saw a disturbing clip."
So I mean, here's the thing: even if the allegations aren't true, right? That his wife is getting cucked, that there's a bull, maybe even a Jewish bull, doing him. Like, why would you respond to this? It's like at any point you could have just stopped responding to this and gone about your day, but you keep feeding into it, so everybody has to come at you, and then it's just multiplied by 1,000 times by when you go in and start flagging people, right? And it's pretty obvious you flagged people by you leaking it on your stream.
Clip of you saying you want to have babies with me? It makes zero sense. It seems like you're just anti-free speech now. And the quartering replies, "I never flagged anything. I showed proof. And of course, you could have asked me directly since we've known each other for years, but I guess this is one way to go about it." And Brittany replies, "Jeremy, I saw everything. You said you were going to take them down and flag."
Maybe the real bull was the channels flagged along the way. Oh.
Your connections and Josh Moon's DMs to do so after your proof. I don't want to have DMs with you after what happened with Josh Moon recently. It's very dishonest. You are anti-free speech. Andy Worski replies to Brittany by saying, "He is saying he didn't flag, yet he threatened us like it's 10
Dude, none of these guys. I've come into. There's not a single one of these free speech advocate guys that's actually an advocate for free speech. They use it as a shield to say whatever the fuck they want, and then come back and go, oh no, that's free speech, that's free speech. But the moment you start hitting them with it, they're all about, no, you can't say that, that's liable, you're harassing me. I mean, it's just it's the same thing happening over and over and over again, and it doesn't matter about their political beliefs or anything like that. They're all huge pussies.
times over the weekend and we got flagged twice. He said he was going to take everything from us. Combat Wombat replies, $5 says he ends up like tipster. Brittany Venti then tweets out this interaction and then shows that the quartering has now blocked her, saying, "At the quartering, you didn't explain how this is free speech. Blocking me doesn't change this. Whoa, buddy." She then tweets out a picture of a 2025 post by the quartering where he says, "I have been radicalized," with the caption, "I'm going scorched."
Free speech is saying whatever I want without consequences and criticisms, but you're not allowed to do it to me. Yeah, exactly.
Earth tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. She also tweets out a picture of the Grok trending, where the trending tab.
And that's also like a gross misrepresentation of what free speech is. Just saying I can say whatever I want without consequences and criticisms, because there is some limits that we as people have put on speech in America, right? You can say a whole hell of a lot. You can do a whole hell of a lot, but there are limits to it.
Says the quartering blocks Brittany Venti and others after accusations of attempting to deplatform Kino Casino over a joke about his wives. And she says, and that's the Streisand effect. Grok, here are a few more keywords. Quartering's Jewish bull that he has over at his home with his wife. Christian LARP. Quartering publicly himself. He is blocking everyone. Then she tweets out this screenshot with the caption, "Jeremy, I don't want your ham babies." And it's
I am acting a little female coded lately.
Tim saying in DMs, "I am acting a little female coded lately." And she says, "I told him very clearly I was not interested in messaging him privately."
Every free speech content creator either loves censorship when it's convenient, or they're pedophiles. That's right. That is right. You're either like one of those, a free speech absolutist. Anyone that says they're a free speech absolutist is either lying to themselves or they're a pedophile. And then, so many people love to censor stuff, like seeing the Smash JT stuff, where suddenly he's calling people like that say things about him, like the documents that came out, he's saying that she's doing libel against him. Well, it's not libel if it's the truth of what you did. Chibi types, that's right, chibi types who will bang on about free speech until free speech is used against them.
Considering how he denied reality and twisted things with Josh Moon, he proceeds to privately message me anyway. Why? He could have tweeted, "I don't want him to have an opportunity to twist things." Then she tweets out, "Quartering deleted his tweets. Luckily, I expected this, so I made sure to screen cap it." And it's the entire DMs when Quartering tweets them out saying, "Since we're leaking DMs, Brittany, share the whole thing. Not only did I reach out to you when you were going through a rough time, I apologize to you if you were offended. I have never been anything but kind to you. You did not tell me not to message you anywhere I saw." And it's old messages from last year, but then today we have a message of him saying, "I have always tried to defend you. I literally have no idea where this baby in the belly thing is. If it was a cringe joke, I apologize. I'm not sure why you would turn so hard here. You can make whatever content you want, it's whatever, but like, you know this is all. And if anyone knows what it's like to have fake shit spread about them, you do. Again, I have no idea about the baby in the belly stuff, whatever it is / was. If it offended you, I apologize. I am acting a little female coded lately, but I have always had your back. It's so weird that now you're willing to assume the absolute worst about me. Sorry about the block. Have a great week." And she replied to him saying, "You just cannot stop lying," showing all the DM interactions, and then highlighting the part we read earlier where she says, "I don't want to have DMs with you after what happened with Josh Moon recently. It's very dishonest," along with him replying to her, "I hope this was worth it." Then there's this post by the Quartering where he says, "These people are all snakes lying to you. I've never been anything but kind to this woman, and now she's pretending none of that happened for clicks. I was the loudest voice defending her against deplatforming during the Eliza Blue situation too. But I mean, clicks." And then she replies, "You defended me against Eliza Blue because she was trying to deplatform me in the name of free speech. So yeah, I'm going to speak up when I see you threatening to deplatform the Kino Casino." Bad Banner also tweeted out this screenshot from Brittany's stream with the caption, "Brittany Venti is showing past DMs with the Quartering about her friend Jess. We're back in 2021, the Quartering DM'd her saying, 'I'll probably cover this later today, but can you let me know if Jess is single? I have a hate crush on her. I'm sure you know that's a joke, but I am compelled to say it.' And Nicholas Diorio replies, 'This literally had to be a joke about Slasher. It's like a direct quote of what Slasher said to Jessix about Brittany.' Then Jessix, the girl mentioned in the screenshot that Brittany Venti is showing, replies to Nick Diorio by saying, 'This was around the time Keem was accusing Slasher of covering up Dr. Disrespect, and the DMs with me got brought up again. But his DM to Brit was a few days after all that happened, so still kind of weird, but yeah, I definitely took it as a Slasher reference when she sent it to me.' Brittany Venti then tweets out, 'So just to sum things up, Jeremy from the Quartering says he will do anything to have my babies. He is married. Lies and manipulates and flexes that he will try to deplatform the Kino Casino for laughing at him oversharing. I call him out.'
And that was a fun little drama too, with the Dr. Disrespect shit.
He goes on stream last night saying, 'I'm 40 years old, single and childless.' He got trolled. Meanwhile, he himself in his 40s and him and his wife have no children. Christian behavior, by the way." And then she replies with this clip that Yellow Flash guy posted with the caption, "You're over 40 and childless." Projection?
Our world, the abyss, and reality itself will unravel. You must restore.
Is Adam coming over today? No, we have darts probably next week.
I don't know what.
Cope more about Brittany Venti. Nobody gives a fuck about that dumb bitch. Are you joking? You guys do.
Why would you read that out loud?
Because she's about 40 and she's still single and childless.
And Marcus replies to Yellow Flash guy saying, "What happened? I thought you guys were friends." And Flash says, "Probably the insane meltdown where he threatened to deplatform people like some mafia boss. If he was an SJW, you would be calling him out as well. I do not support false flaggers." Meme Copium tweets out this screenshot with the caption, "The Quartering claims to Josh Moon he hasn't been in contact with Degen friend and domestic abuser. Now he's coming over for darts. Jeremy stands for nothing. He's an amorphous blob that only flows down the path of least resistance. Literally soulless." And it's the messages we read in the last episode where he said to Josh, "I hear that. Taking down channels is something I have never wanted to do in 20 years, but I beg them to be reasonable. I honestly didn't know about my friend and his lol. Haven't talked to him since. I had no idea he was such a degen."
Jesus Christ, I didn't want to have to do it.
PP then tweets out this clip with the caption, "Jer is sweeping his chat like a coward. Hugbox mode engaged."
I didn't have to do this, but, you know, people that... I want to let people do their thing, but... Like, you guys just... It's just too much, you know? It's just too much. You guys overplayed your hand. There you go, Bretling. Nuke away.
Just banning people.
Then he also tweets out this clip saying, "Will it be okay in a week? Will it?"
It's unfortunate that I have to deal with this But it's just,
I mean,
you know,
it's unfortunate because it's of your own making, right? You're the one who decided to get upset and false flag another YouTuber to try and take him down, and apparently more, right? Because they end up he ends up taking down their Clips channel too, right?
you know, just a little while, everything's gonna be fine in a week. It's a bunch of people that have never ever felt the touch of a woman, and that's cool.
And Worski quotes PPP saying, he is making DSP blush. Then Kino Casino's channel went down and Worski tweets out, the court ring has flagged the Kino Casino clip channel under the guise of ban evasion when nobody, including the owner of the channel, is ban evading. Team YouTube, this is an attack on us and a false flag on our channel. Everyone at Team YouTube to help spread this message. And Victory of Light replies, proof? And Worski says, he admitted it in DMs with Josh Moon and threatened us for 3 days. And Victory of Light says, that is not, in fact, any proof. It's indication.
And here come the sweepers.
Not a proof. Hearsay. You in fact have zero hard proof Q has taken you down. Billy Mitchell quote tweets Worski by saying, this is outrageous. Team YouTube allows creators to use reps to terminate other channels without cause. Fix this. Vara Dark says, behavior. Camelcast says, you
Jesus, these people I could give a shit about.
can make fun of me for any reason, except calling me a cunt. I don't know about you, but that kind of just makes the allegations seem extremely true. Deplatforming is unacceptable, regardless of beefs. Worski also tweets,
do you think the quartering was tweeting a lot of this shit like while sitting in the chair? Like, do you think like he was tweeting a lot of this shit? Like the Jewish, but like I imagine him sitting in the chair and the bull's going to town on his wife, and he's messaging, I don't have a Jewish bull.
out, hey, Chris Pavlovsky of Rumble. My name is Andy Worski, part of the Kino Casino show.
Flag.
The quartering was upset we made jokes about him and he threatened us and got us banned on YouTube by using a YouTube manager. He also got my main YouTube channel banned with no strikes. Here is his threat, and we have a lot more. Please contact me if you'd like, but as a man who is open to free speech, I think you'll understand how awful this is for us. We also followed TOS of YouTube and everything, but used his million sub channel to get us unfairly banned. Attaching the tweet that we read in the first part where quartering says, first will be your YouTube, which is in violation of ban evasion, easy takedown, and next will be your kick. I literally begged you two to be reasonable. I tried everything. You chose this. All I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me. And Lindy Rig replies, YouTube guy to Rumble about something YouTube did. You're a special kind of stupid, aren't you? And Worski says, the idea is he is on a free speech platform flagging people. Wake up. And Lindy Rigg says, the whole crying to the CEO of a platform that is trying to compete with the platform you're crying about is absolutely hilarious. And David says, you do realize the fat, boring loser you're currently simping for did it first, right? PPP also tweets out this screenshot with the caption, the video is no longer available because the YouTube account associated with this video has been terminated, and says, well, sure to his word, quartering flagged down our entire clip channel for ban evasion. He really is the most pathetic worm you could possibly imagine. Free speech warrior, my ass. Our channel is under attack. And Matt Jarbo quotes PPP by saying, if he denies it, I really hope he doesn't say that he was out collecting boulders with his bull. And Andrew says, so like everyone on that stream with you except Jim was also a flagger, huh? And Matt says, it sure seems that way. Laza quotes PPP by saying, even as a leftist, I stand with the casino. You know Jeremy is doing this because they're airing his dirty laundry out in a way that other leftists fail to do. That's why he never went after them. But now that these guys are doing it and are actually getting attention, he's pissy. And Herg replies, Worski sexted a 15-year-old. They are bad faith and constantly gild the lily. And the dirty laundry they're exposing is
that might be true, and he may be a horrible fucking pedophile. I don't remember any of the Worski stuff. But what does that have to do with what does that have to do with specifically what's going on here, right? The whole my channel is under attack is like the hallmark clickbait grift. Save me, my channel is being attacked. True, but they are getting false flagged to the point that their channel could get shut down, right? And I do think that's a serious issue. No, fool, I will not save your silly channel. I do think it's a problem what the quartering is doing, though, egad. Like, what he is doing is he is mad about criticism, and it makes it even worse because he is a free speech advocate, or says he is. Obviously not.
is just that he has an open
But I agree with you. There's a ton of people that do this when like one video goes down, right? Like a video will go down and I'm being attacked. They're coming after my channel. It's a simple one. His channel is under attack. His brand is under attack. His wife is under attack.
open marriage. And Laza says, first part aside, because I just want to see conservatives fling shit at each other. No, it's not just the court ring has legitimately sexually harassed women and scamming his audience out of money. Even the bull has a really bad criminal history. And Herg says, forgiving a guy for sexting a kid is a line I can't cross. He shouldn't have a platform or a channel. He should be in a cell. And Silent Netman says, you are allowed to hate everyone involved and think it's funny without having to moral F, by the way. Then the court ring tweets out this tweet saying, had a delicious steak dinner and maybe the most epic card from Mr. the Court Ring yet. Birthday weekend kicking off right. Attaching this picture of a bunch of playing cards and chips, saying you are kind of a big deal. He then corrects himself saying lol misses. And
Is what like the bull's doing? Could you consider that an attack? My channel is under attack by the evil forces of Ganon.
And Worski also tweets out this video with the caption, the court ring got my channel Andy Worski that was unbanned 6 months ago banned as well. The channel doesn't say terminated. It just shows this page is not available. Team YouTube, this is an attack from a YouTuber who claimed he was going
At War Gaming Dad, my channel is under attack. I've been bitten by mosquitoes. Quick, send me money or I won't be able to stream anymore. It's on the way, buddy. It's on the way. I'm going to save you.
to use a YouTube manager to get us flagged. Retweet everyone.
All 6 of you in chat. All 6 of you in chat right now. At this.
Hey everyone, as you all probably seen, the Kino Casino clip channel was flagged down by the quartering. He's actually bragging about it right now by showing cards on his main Twitter page. You know, and we weren't banned off of YouTube. We weren't ban evading. You know, I was unbanned. I tweeted about this 3 days ago and I put the link. Well, someone just sent me a little tweet there and I checked the link. Not even terminated, just it's not appearing now. Okay, so he flagged or got this removed. My Andy Worski channel that was unbanned 6 months ago, got that banned and the Kino Casino clip channel, even though we were unbanned. Everyone, could you at Team YouTube for us and let them know that this is ridiculous and that we are appealing.
I do hate the at YouTube stuff too. Like if I think it's legitimately a reason, I'll at YouTube for it, but it's just like you said, I'm under attack. Everyone at YouTube for
this.
Me.
Obviously, we're gonna be on Kick here. I'm actually a minute late from for starting the show, so yeah, guys, we'll see you all on Kick.
The court ring then tweets out, in the last 5 hours, people have shown up at my house. Caller ID blocked numbers have called both mine and my wife's phones. My channel has received multiple reports. I assume this is because I made fun of Israel deranged people. This stuff is insane. 2 in the last 5 minutes. I thought flagging channels was an unforgivable sin. I have no idea who it is, but some folks are trying to take my channels down. Very curious behavior, showing privacy.
So he's hold on. He's the one that's like trying to take down all these channels, but now he's upset that other people are trying to do it. Like if you believe in not doing it, you shouldn't do it. So I don't know if these other characters involved, like Worski and the Kino Casino and all them, are involved in trying to get his channel banned. But you can guarantee with this going as public as it could, that it could be literally anyone else. Highly ironic that Andy Worski, who was removed from YouTube because he posted CP on his channel, also is telling viewers to appeal to YouTube. God.
See complaints from YouTube. Now they are posting pictures of my house on X. And then he laughs and says, this is why you don't live by the standards the psychos on the internet say you're supposed to. And Juan replies, word going around tonight is you had the Kino Casino's YouTube channel nuked. That's likely what's going on here. And Quartering says, I had nothing to do with it. I was at dinner all night, lol. Pretty sure they taunted the public telling people to flag them. I've already shown I didn't. They really wanted to be me. Sadly, it wasn't.
But what about all the posts of you saying it was you?
Quartering also tweets out, sigh, nobody is actually interested in the truth, so I don't know why I bother because these cycles will just move the goalposts. But again, my updated
Goalpost is another one of those words I fucking hate.
Report history. Dozens of videos stating as fact I took down a channel, which as I understand it should be back up soon. Showing this video going through his report history, you can see on his main quartering channel, he opens it up and it says you haven't submitted any reports, and he just refreshes the page a couple times. Then he says, what about your other one? Okay, here's Jeremy Hambley. And on here it says you haven't submitted any reports as well, and shows himself refreshing it. What about your other one? Okay, here is the live channel. Again, showing the page and refreshing it, showing you haven't submitted any. Then he says, prediction. In the face of this evidence, they will just move the goalposts again. My peers who rush to trash me for clicks will not apologize, and everyone will just move on. I expected it from some of them, but it was pretty disappointing to see from others. Have a great day. They don't engage in good faith at all. I shouldn't be replying in good faith, but this is more for my own viewers. Have an awesome weekend. Then he posts laughing, saying the replies are going exactly as I predicted. Show us more, we're not convinced. They were never interested in truth. Thanks for proving my points. Oh, here is another random account I found. I guess there is a channel tied to my personal name. Well, guess what? No flags. Showing this account that's unnamed, also having no reports. He also then says, the most likely scenario that got them banned, I don't know, was publicly beefing with another large channel. Either someone's fans did it, some anarchist from the forums, or YouTube themselves saw it. I am told they were wrongfully banned for ban evasion. So hope
he actually did call for it, right? He called, even if he didn't ban, which it seems like he probably did, because there are other methods besides him actually putting it down in his thing. He can have another organization who does it. He can ask other people to do it. He can he can call, he's probably got a YouTube partner, right? By the way, Wargaming Dad, I remember Jeremy said he was radicalized after Charlie Kirk was Minecraft IRL. How funny how he never followed up on that. What an insane statement to make. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He's not the only one, though. I remember other people during that saying that they are now radicalized thanks to the Charlie Kirk situation. And I was like, what do you mean? Are you going to go out in the streets and do something? Like, what do you mean you're radicalized?
Be fixed. And Jeremy Prime says, the issue is that you publicly threatened to take someone else's channel down. Then you privately threatened to do it. Then it actually happened a few days later. Instead of taking direct responsibility for your own actions and behavior, you continue to blame the internet. Hell man, this is painful to watch. And the quartering replies, the guy that reposts Kino Casino wants me to think he's here in good faith. Jeremy, you're a clown, man. You can see above that I did not flag them, and yet here you are saying apologize. For what exactly? Francisco says, you threatened to do it through a third party, so this video does not prove anything. And the quartering says, lol. And Francisco says, did you not do that? Tommy C quotes the quartering by saying, does not work after bragging like a gangster about knowing insiders at YouTube. At this point, it would actually be funny if you didn't flag it, but nobody believes it, and neither do I. And Froki quotes the quartering with these clips in the caption, here's Hambley on the infamous Boulder stream showing his flag history. Notice there's a video in there not seen in his updated flag history. Very fishy. Also attached is a video he made on Jarbo, reiterating that he has flagged at least one video.
No, I don't know. Hey, Ethan, I sent you mine. It took a second.
It took literally 1 second.
There's one video in there, which was telling people to flag my channel. And that's the only one that's in there, but you can see it in your DM.
I see it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can feel free to share that. I don't care.
All right, Matt, where you at?
I am working on it right now. One sec.
You definitely are working on it.
Loading up Adobe Photoshop as we speak.
By the way, there's a screen from the quartering. That's the video. You know, he said I could show it, so there it is.
Yeah, that guy in that video was telling people to flag my video, so I said get, but that was about it. And I lost it anyway.
And here is the second clip of Froki attached.
I want to try and offer you some advice, Matt. Okay? I was on that stream. I wasn't actually there while they were grilling you about Ralph Retort getting a strike, and from at least what you showed in the screen share, you were not the one to strike that strike his channel. Although I'm unaware if you can just delete strikes you've submitted and then refresh that, because you took almost 20 minutes between it becoming clear that you could share what the videos that you had struck and when you actually did screen share. So it's possible that you deleted that strike and maybe it was off your reporting list. I don't know how quickly that
What? Yeah, but he could have done the same thing with his, right?
works. I've only in 10 years of YouTube ever flagged a single video, and it was to prove a point. I flagged a video that was a YouTube channel who uploaded a video telling their subscribers to flag my videos. A flag that YouTube did nothing about anyway.
And S. Howard replies, his flag history on this matter does not matter. He made a call or text or email to have Casino taken down. Quartering then tweets out, if Kino Casino was wrongfully banned for ban evasion, I 100% think they should be restored. I hate their guts, but if it's a mistake, YouTube should fix it. I've already proven beyond all doubt I didn't do it, whether they want to believe it or not. Again, please stop stating as fact I had anything to do with it. Yes, in a weak moment, I did threaten to report them, but as you can see, I never did. And
Yeah, you threatened to report them, and I think like you called to action for them to get taken down. So you still have some blame there, whether you did it or not. I think it's okay for people to say that you wanted their channel taken down.
Space Fan replies, an assumption I see being made is that you, the quartering, have God mode reporting powers on YouTube. Is that true? And he says, lol, yes. All I have to do is press a button and poof. I also don't even have to report the channels either, apparently. And Crinchart tweets replies with this screenshot of the DMs quartering sent to Josh Moon, where he says, Josh, can we agree? I can take their kick and YouTube, right? If I actually wanted to, they would be deplatformed outside of DLive in a week. I don't want that. I just want them to leave my family alone. I don't care how many Jeremy is videos they put out. Like, I have a non-Pajit YouTube rep. You know that, right? One phone call, gone. I have endured a lot with literally the tiniest request.
How is he gonna a bunch of boogaloo or larpers? They flash their guns and thumbs, their thump their chests, but won't leave their heated air conditioned houses. Yeah, that's pretty much like all the people that say that they're radicalized to a T, right?
Then this clip started making the rounds online when Bad Banner posted on Twitter with a caption, when typing into his address bar, the quartering accidentally reveals his search history that includes, thanks for your report to YouTube, 16 seconds into the clip. So he has flagged people before.
Yeah. Let's see here. Whoops, not that one.
Okay. So I'm going to say this is a little bit of advice to the quartering. Being a guy who accidentally leaks stuff from time to time. One thing I have done is, do you notice you can't even see like the search window on my video? Like you can't see me searching for things. You can't see the top of my window to do it. It's so that shit like this doesn't happen. Also, it's a good idea just to close down the screen. I'm trying to get better at it, but like just do this. See, look. Now I can type stuff in and then I can boop, put it back on there, right? I'm so glad that he got caught doing it because it just proves that he's a fucking liar.
Let's see here.
He then links the QE Farms thread where it was sourced from, along with a screenshot directly pointing it out with the caption, what an idiot, showing this email mtqheadquarters@gmail. And the fourth option here says, thanks for your report to YouTube. And Captain Crashit replies to the clip in our members only Discord.
Yeah, that's the best way to use a different browser for streaming and personal use. It's that simple. I mean, if you're going to be as big as, say, the quartering was at one point, and things like that, like if you're making money off of it, it's probably a good idea to have a separate computer altogether that you do your personal stuff on with its own accounts and things like that. That way, you know, your personal life doesn't leak into your stream.
By saying, did he get that shirt from his basement? Andy Worski replies, this is beyond felted. Drex says, how old is this clip? And Bad Banner says that the clip came from the stream he uploaded 1 day ago. Bad Banner also then quote tweets himself saying, for whatever it's worth, when you type MTG headquarters into YouTube search, you get unsleeved.
What do you think about the Sykkuno drama? Neo, it's like the worst takedown that they've tried to do of Sykkuno. If you want to look back later at the channel, Neo, we kind of went over the whole thing. There was even a new, I watched the Mugen about it. That's on one of my other streams. If you want to go check it out, I need to clip it up and put it on as just a video. It's dumb. He's a cheater. That's about it. He's not a predator. And some of the people, the newest Google Doc that just got dropped on him is by far the worst Google Doc I've seen dropped on anybody.
Media. The Cord Ring also owns that channel. And Bootman Bill says MTG Headquarters was the original name of the channel he rebranded into Unsleeved Media. Isn't it a coincidence how Unsleeved Media was the one channel he didn't show the report history for in his big gotcha post? And Kinoblade Chronicles also tweets out the screenshot with the caption, hey, the Cord Ring, you accidentally showed emails where you're reporting to YouTube in your last live stream. Mind if we see the YouTube report history for MTQ headquarters at Gmail instead of whatever accounts you showed as evidence you didn't flag? PPP also tweets out the screenshots of the leaked email and the caption, hey, Cord Ring, care to explain? Maybe show the report history for your MTG channel? You know, the only one you didn't show. Even if it wasn't our channel he flagged with this report, probably was. It shows he has been lying this entire time. Badly. I still think he went straight to the YouTube rep to fuck us over just like he said he would. And KiwiFarms.net also posted the evidence with the caption, in the Cord Ring's most recent Rumble stream, he accidentally showed his team YouTube emails, indicating that he's actively flagging and almost certainly behind the flagging of Kino Casino's personal channel with its decade of videos. And Brittany Venti replies, if it's not the Kino Casino, surely he will show the report. Then Cog tweets out defending Cord Ring saying, many people are angry that the Cord Ring won against the Kino Casino. To their audience, Jeremy didn't flag them. You just need a witch to hunt. And Haley Doll says, he said he would make a phone call. He can't prove he didn't do that. He's hoisted himself with his own petard. And Cog says, can you prove he did? And Haley says, nope. The point is that he set himself up to a place where he cannot prove his innocence. His threats being public have put him in a situation he can't defend himself against. And Cog says, well, he did. With his flag history, cope and seethe. And Haley says, how does that not prove he didn't call his connection that could have their channel taken down easily? He literally said that was how he would do it. And Cog replies with this clip of Andy Worski and PPP from 2021.
Did you flag down Say No to Gino?
Yes. And the Cord Ring quote tweets this clip by saying, oh no, certified flagger. Show your flagging history, buddy. All your channels. I did. And Cog says, this is why I know you didn't flag his channel. You've already forgotten he hasn't got a channel to check the flagging history of. And Cord Ring says, oh, yeah, I didn't know he was banned. I guess we'll never know. Major Kong also tweets out this screenshot of a Cord Ring tweet where Cord Ring said, yesterday I showed that I had not flagged on their channel, and then they came up with this crazy theory from some unknown source that I almost definitely called someone at YouTube. Now it's back to I definitely flagged it down when nobody believed them. Happy birthday to me. And Major Kong says he is still denying that he had anything to do with the Kino Casino clips and Andy.
Now we've seen it, that there's emails that you're refusing to show. It's there. You flagged somebody. You've made threats about flagging. Here's the thing. If I say that I'm going to shoot someone, that I'm going to commit murder on this guy because I hate him. I hate this guy. I'm going to commit murder. Here's how I'm going to commit murder. I would definitely do it this way. And then I'm like, and then the guy comes out murdered in the way that I said it was going to happen. I mean, why would anyone believe you when you're not showing all of the information and there's holes in your entire argument?
Worski channel is getting terminated, showing what most likely is the Cord Ring live channel's email, the Cord Ring. You realize that we know how the internet's emails on YouTube works, right? And Worski quote tweets Major Kong by saying, he flagged it and called his YouTube manager. It's clear as day and him denying it is a joke. Where there is smoke, there is fire. In this case, however, the building is burning down in front of our eyes. Brittany Venti then also screenshots this tweet by the Cord Ring where he says unknown source and captions it by saying, the Cord Ring is brain damaged from being an alcoholic and is now claiming his own words are an unknown source. Cuckering continues to play victim, rolling in his own as the Kino Casino is still banned from YouTube due to him encouraging deplatforming them to his 2 million subs. Even in the best case scenario,
I'll take a look at it, Neo. If you want, go there's a link below to my Discord. There's a section in my Discord called Feed the Pig, and this goes for anyone who's watching right now. If you have something you want me to watch, you think I'd be interested in, I have been pretty interested in the Mugen and Sykkuno drama. Throw it in to Feed the Pig and I'll take a look at it. If it interests me, I'll put it up on the channel, right? If you haven't liked the video, we'll go ahead and do this. Go ahead and like the video. And if you enjoy the content that's happening up here, it would be really, really helpful to me if you subscribed. But yeah, definitely do that. I'll take a look at it. For the record, if I was Jeremy, I'd just own up to it. I'd say, yeah, I flagged it, so what? And then let these guys moral F slur. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. If he's to the point now that he's made himself the bad guy. If he just I would say I would have more respect for him if he would just come out and say, yes, I did it. This is, it was me. What are you going to do about it kind of stuff, right? Do you have X, Neo? Because I don't have the ability to let people drop it in the stream for obvious reasons for it. If you can find me on X, I can give you my link is down there for X. You can send it there. And I mean, that's about it. Either way, I'll try and look up the video. I'll put it on my radar. All right.
scenario where he did not flag them, he still encouraged it as a very large YouTuber, broadcasted his refusal to apologize to them publicly, and they got banned for the exact reason he said he would get them for: ban evasion. He refuses to be accountable. The quartering then tweets out, "I see now they have switched from he flagged it down to he called someone back to he flagged it down. Some autists spotted that I had a conversation with YouTube. Sorry to report it was about my unsleeved media channel. It was demonized and I was reporting the problem and appealing," showing this email between himself and YouTube back in March 27th about the unsleeved media channel, and then replies to the tweet we just read where he ends it with "happy birthday to me." AF Streamwatch replies, "Why haven't you shown the report history for this channel?" And the quartering says, "Lol, you guys are desperate." And he also replies to AF Post by saying, "I'll do it if you publicly admit you were wrong after. You won't." Kino Blade Chronicles also tweets out that the
who cares if they will admit it or not? Just do it. Just prove them wrong, right?
quartering is now flagging down clip channels. Alyssa Clips just received a community guideline strike for harassment and cyberbullying for a clip where Josh Moon discusses the Jew Bull and the quartering's leaks, showing this clip of the Josh Moon stream and the harassment and cyberbullying takedown. And Brittany Vinti quotes it by saying, "This has caused a whole new wave of flagging campaigns because now people can think they can get away with being flaggers. Thanks, Jer." Smash JT says, "Wow, keeps digging. I'm sure that W is down there somewhere." The quartering also posts on his page, "And for my final act, I will prove my rep no longer even works at YouTube. I have disproven every single accusation. Anybody accusing me now is doing so in bad faith. I reached out when my channel started to get flagged, but certain folk found out he doesn't even work there anymore." And then shows these DMs where someone says, "Okay, send an email to redacted, be super specific about what's going on." And Jeremy says, "Okay." And then the guy says, "I can't help, I left YouTube." And the quartering says, "We were so close. I didn't even know he didn't work there anymore. Can we be done already?" And Python Bacon replies, "You need to sue them all for defamation. That way we can use Discovery to go through every single Google account you've ever created and every single channel you've ever created. And we can also have Google legal define what caused the ban. This process will surely absolve you." And Meme Copium quotes this post by Jeremy, and PPP also reposts it, where Meme says, "The quartering is hiding replies on all his posts pointing out why his explanation is trash. He can't control the narrative. It's breaking containment."
The worst thing you can start doing is hiding messages. It just instantly makes you look bad, right? It's like people taking it when people block. I think it's retarded when like being angry at people blocking you. I only tend to make fun of those guys that, take it as a win that someone blocked them.
entertainment. Final time he addresses this count at 11. And just for context, one of the hidden replies here is by Nash Thunderclap, who says, "You can't just say you disprove something with a vague screenshot while there is evidence of intent, and then channels are taken down soon after. If you are innocent, you will have to do a lot more than post on X. This is the internet. It's always guilty until proven innocent." Revelations tweets out this and PPP reposts it, where they say, "So I just reported my man channel using my dead gaming channel, and this is what it looks like when you report another channel. But sure, y'all, keep believing that email was an appeal. The quartering is a lying sack of shit, and he will gaslight everyone into believing he isn't." Then they show this screen after a flag here on the left, and then here is this email from YouTube that says, "Thanks for your report to YouTube." And then again, the part that was on Jeremy's screen where it says, "Thanks for your report to YouTube." Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko, Salsal, Coldest Bandito, Captain Crash Out, Papa Gut, Dear Boy, and the Noobster. Thank you guys so much for the support. And
All right. So yeah, that's kind of catching us up on all the recent drama that's happened. Melanie Mack decided to throw in her 2-piece on it. She wanted to say, because she's on his show, you know, she hangs out with him, they're friends. So let's see what Melanie has to say about this particular drama. We're gonna go over a little bit tonight, but I wanna finish this quartering stuff, because it looks like he just dropped another message within the last couple of hours somewhere else.
So right now it's pretty trendy for people to be hating on the quartering, and they're trying to drag me into it, so I'm gonna make a video about this. I've talked about it like on streams and stuff in the past because it's been going on for months and it's just insane. But it's like, whatever, I'm just gonna make a video. And
I mean, the quartering has been getting like extra pathetic over the last year, I would say. It's just been like a steady fall.
these people are gonna constantly be lying anyway, but at the very least, I will address the parts that have to do with me so that they can't be talking for me. So it's become this thing now where people are saying that the quartering makes me uncomfortable and I'm in some sort of like weird hostage situation and this, that, and the other, or whatever. And it's just like, it makes no sense. I've been friends with the quartering for a very long time. It's been like 7 years now. And I'm telling you, when I have had a bazillion people try to turn on me and try to cancel me or make a bunch of hate videos about me over various things, whether it be my Christian opinion being against the gay stuff, or when I didn't get the COVID jab and I had, I got canceled.
Man, she had to mention those 2 things because really no one gives a fuck about her anymore. She left the internet and no one cared. And then she came back and people were like, "Oh, she's back. Anyways."
From like the liberal side of the gaming industry and all that. To Goonergate, which happened because last year, or what was that, last year or 2 years ago? I don't know. Anyway, whenever I like spoke out about as a Christian, I am not advocating for Gooner games. I don't like them and I don't play them, and that's not what I want to see in gaming. Then I had a bunch of people who, because that's the thing.
Well, here's the thing, like she got about it, you hate for that because in the past, and this really so far has nothing to do with the quartering, mostly her talking about herself, but in the past she had said things about sexy women and this and that and all of that other stuff. So when she sided with the Christian side of the Goonergate split up amongst the anti-woke, she had said different things in the past and done different things in the past, so it seemed very hypocritical considering she was already it is a gross misrepresentation of what happened. She was already like I forget what I said with that sentence. Anyway, already hated. I hate this bitch. Out of all the big Christian online personalities I'm familiar with, this bitch, she exploits it more than any other I can think of. Yeah, and it's clear that she doesn't follow Christian ideals in a lot of the things that they said. She wouldn't be constantly using the F slur if that was the case, right? I have a different, like, we could get into like theology opinions and stuff like that about the gays and things like that, but that's neither here nor there for this conversation. I also never got the jab. Why am I not famous now? Yeah, Rev is going her route too. Tectone's trying to do the grift. You've got that fat retard who thinks he's a Templar going with the Christian grift when like none of these guys I think actually follow the ideals that they may or may not read.
Went from being canceled from one group of people to making new friends to these new friends now turning on me, because that's the thing, content creators are like snakes. Most of them are. Like, they don't care anything for just some clicks. Anything for some clicks and some views. So
Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's clout goblins. That's the only reason they're coming after me. There's no legitimate criticism to the things that I have done. Woe is me.
they will turn on people. So the amount of people who actually have your back is so few and far between. And that's the thing, is the quartering had my back. He stayed a loyal friend. And that's how he is with his friends. He stayed a loyal friend, had my back when I had mob after mob go against me for stupid stuff. People lying on me, people making stuff up, all kinds of stuff. And so whenever, literally the best friend I've ever made in this space, because after that first time where I got canceled and like I wasn't, doing mainstream stuff in the gaming industry anymore because I said the things I wasn't allowed to say. I spoke against the things I wasn't allowed to speak out against. I didn't get to.
God damn, this bitch is dumb. I don't think that was it at all.
COVID jab, all this and that. And so
see, the thing with her is she's got that same victim mentality, right? She says the F slur over and over and over again so that she can get banned and then pretend that she's the victim. Same free speech grift, right? I should be able to say whatever I want kind of deal. If the quarter pounder is the best friend you have in the online space, then log the fuck off. We thought she had, but she came back married.
It's like I went from mainstream gaming industry stuff to independent content creator who just, is fully independent. And this channel,
What do you mean mainstream to independent? Were you part of like a big organization that you left? Like, cause that's going independent. What you really mean is you fell the fuck off and all your views went away.
Very channel, I started it because the quartering mentored me and he told me to. He's like, you need to start a commentary channel. This would be great for you. And like, he helped me when I first started it. He made a video shouting it out. Like, and I wouldn't be where I am now in this space if it wasn't for the quartering. So yeah, you're talking about the best friend I've made in this space, and telling me and trying to say that I'm uncomfortable or that I have any issue with him. But poor me, I can't speak out. First of all,
Kada married her. Must have been. He's her. Well, you know what he said.
If I wanted to speak out against somebody, I would. But
poor Cade. He's going to be so distraught that Melanie Matt got married.
But obviously, that's not the situation here. That's just a bunch of lies. Everything saying that he's making me uncomfortable, this, that, it's a bunch of lies. And so people want to bring up the fact that because I'm co-hosting with him on his show, that, oh, well, she's on his payroll, so she's not going to say anything. It's like, I have been in the space of like content creation, and I have, 15 plus years, how long? 15 years of experience in the mainstream gaming industry. I've been on television, I've done all kinds of stuff, and I've made a lot of money. And I was smart with it. I didn't go spend it on Lamborghinis and stuff. I saved my money and I invested my money. So I'm in a situation where I don't have to be on a podcast to pay my bills. I appreciate it, and it's nice, but I don't have to have it. I don't have to do content creation.
God, we wish you just didn't then. Go become the happy trad wife for your new husband.
Like, my husband does well. He could take care of us on his own if he wanted. Like, I could be a full-time housewife and not have to do any of this. But I like to do it. It's fun. It's like I started before monetization was even a thing on YouTube.
What does any of this have to fucking do with the guy on your stream false flagging people? So, you know, and taking down channels. What does any of this have to do with his crash out, right? I thought she was removed from his payroll when he was having coffee company issues, but that was a while ago. So maybe he's back on. I don't know. I have no idea how his income is doing since, you know, he cried about not making money.
And I still do this stuff because it's fun and I like it. And yeah, it's fun to make money too. I still like making money, but I'm not beholden to the quartering because he pays me to be on his podcast.
I guess she still
So
gets
this whole
paid.
narrative that like, oh, she's uncomfortable with him, but she can't speak out because like she needs the money. That's bogus. Like, I am good. God has blessed me, and God has blessed my husband, and God has blessed us together.
She's come out and said, Kimoji, that she didn't say help me in there. She was trying to get the other girl to like speak more on the channel.
So that's not even the case. So it's just absurd. It's insanity. But honestly, I think a lot of it is people are getting some clicks, people are getting some views.
Have you been drinking again, Damaged?
And right now in the content creation space and on YouTube, we had an algorithm change that happened several months ago or so, a year maybe tops, but around that time, and people are still trying to figure it out because, you know, for a lot of channels and a lot of the channels that are doing this, the algorithm changed from what it was before. That used to be really good on it. And so these style of channels, the social commentary style of channels, things have changed a lot. And so whenever they find something that's working, or they roll with it. And so right now it's trendy to hate on the quartering, and I think it's dumb. And I think honestly, I think a lot of it is it's some cheap clicks right now. But also it's just after Jeremy came to Christ, the attacks on him have gotten greater. And I've seen this as I started expressing my faith in Christ, as I started sharing the word of God, as I started speaking out against sin, the attacks on me ramped up to a
Jesus fucking Christ. This is a different kind of victimhood, right?
crazy degree. Crazy.
No, LOL, I just can't stand this Christian
so
grift,
now that
especially her
Jeremy
level.
is like new to the faith, we're seeing the attacks on him grow at a level it's never been before. And I'm truly convinced that it's because that at the root of it, it's because he came to Christ. And that's the thing. They hated Christ, so they'll hate Christ in you. If Christ is in you, they're going to hate you too. And I think...
Who is they? Are we all the Jews now? The Romans? What are you talking about?
That's a huge part of what's going on.
This is what I'm talking about, like the Christian shield that these people put on there. A female whose entire platform is based on exploiting thirsty men says she is fighting thirsty men. They hate Christ, my God. Yeah, and that's the thing. This is just a shield. The only reason y'all are going after him is because he has turned himself to God. You know, and you know, it's such fake Christianity. It's just another way of you shielding yourself from criticism. And it's so obvious. She's not even good at trying to hide it. She's just flat out saying it.
But I'm really proud of Jeremy I'm just really proud of him. I've seen so much growth in him, and I'm very happy to be his friend, and I will be a loyal friend to him. So regardless whether I'm on his show or not. So people are still gonna lie. People are gonna still say this, that, or the other. I don't care.
You can tell she hasn't like looked at a single tweet about this whatsoever. So she's just like, yeah, he's my friend. I don't care.
I'm telling the truth, and people are going to believe whatever they want.
She is a DEI hire.
It is what it is, but
she's just missing the septum piercing.
all I've got to say is all these lies about me, anything involving me, is just dumb. And you just see it. You can hear straight from the horse's mouth right now. Those are lies. And stupid. And what it is it's people who are being very vicious, because these people say these things because they want to ruin friendships between people. Whenever they find a target, someone they don't like, they want to ruin their life, and so they're trying to ruin their friendships. They're trying to ruin people's relationships with their family, all this stuff when they go through these type of measures. It is evil, it's demonic. So, but yeah, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. So there you have it. There you have the actual truth. And yeah, I'm sure people.
What was the actual truth? You said nothing. All you said was that these people are just grifting for money is basically what you're doing, without calling him a grifter. They're just looking for clicks and views. That's all it is. And Jeremy's a Christian, so he couldn't possibly have done wrong. There's nothing wrong. Everything's okay. Get the fuck out of here.
As usual. So I doubt it will really change anything for me to say something, but hey, at least I'm on record here saying the truth, that this is all bogus and a bunch of lies. So
how do you know? Has he shown you all of the information to say it's lies? These people sell their souls for money. Let that sink in. Yeah.
But anyway, there you have it for this video. Thank you all so much for hanging out.
Well, she gave us the old I don't need the money play. I could just go be a stay-at-home wife and I was good with my money, which may be true, but it's still funny to hear her say it.
I will catch you next time. In the meantime, go boom.
So that is what we've seen so far. I mean, there's people have been making videos and doing other things like that, but then when I was getting on stream, I saw this and thought, oh, look, an update. Boop. So Cope and Seethe put this out. The Quartering has produced a long, rambling, poor me commentary post, once again lying to his audience about the drama and the evidence against him. He can cry about it being a cancel mob or whatever, but the only person who has pushed for flagging and deplatforming is him. So let's read the update. Breaking news. You heard it here. Boom. We got quite a bit. We're gonna finish this up, and then we're gonna call it. Oh. Hey guys, I know this week has been pretty insane. The internet is doing what the internet does. Disgusting rumors. Hold on, can I do this? Yeah, there we go. Disgusting rumors about my wife and marriage are, of course, not true. We've been doxxed, victimhood. People have been showing up at our house. Disgusting Photoshop pictures of my wife are circulating the internet, and well, just about everyone has jumped it. I will say, like, in all of this, I haven't seen any of these photos. I'm sure they're out there, but it's one of those things where it's probably shitter accounts, right? It's nobodies who do shit like that. I don't care. Stop bringing them to light, right? And with the doxing and the people coming to his house, yeah, that's pretty insane. Call the fucking cops. As for the doxing, has he already been, like, is the Quartering been on for so long and he hasn't been doxed yet? But either way, it's insane shit, but you're just trying to use it as a victim mentality here. My friends have been doxed. My in-laws are dealing with online psychos. They are emailing my sponsors, have tried striking down dozens of my videos. I mean, that's what you've been doing to people, right? Now insane people are coming after you. I don't agree with it. I don't think you should fire back like that. I don't believe in an eye for an eye. in most cases, we'll say. Dozens of videos and sending stuff to my house. Everyone is just pretending it's all jokes. But if half of this stuff happened to any of them, they would be singing a different tune. We've had to involve law enforcement. Ooh, excuse me. On some of the insanity too. Some of the stuff I can't even talk about, and honestly, I don't want to because it will just encourage more of it. Yeah, here you are talking about it, right? Very chibi reviews coded in here. What they really want is for me to fill up my channel with videos arguing with them. This post alone will give all of these people who used to pretend they were my friends another video to make. Then why did you write this? Stream through it. Stream through it and ignore it. Right? You made your statements. You're going to probably lose your audience. I've heard you've been losing your audience pretty heavily. And just stream through it. You should have shut up from the beginning and none of this would have happened. We've had to involve I don't want to because it'll encourage them what they really want. This post alone will give them, every time I debunk one lie, they just make up a different one. Everything I refute, they just move the goalpost. No one's moving goalposts. New evidence comes along that you probably did flag these people, but you won't show people what actually happened. That's on you, bud. Apparently, I have the power to summarily ban any video making fun of me, and yet thousands were pumped out this week alone, and oddly, they all remain live. LOL. Well, I mean, you did say you had that power in a DM, and why would you try and go after every single channel? Like, shitter channels don't matter. What you're probably going to go after is the big guys. Your revenge plot is to go after Kino Casino, the ones who said the statement they said about your wife and about your relationship. And like, why would you be hitting every single one? That's insane. An insane person would be doing that.
And I'll see you all in the next episode.
It's a full-blown cancel mob from dozens of channels that propound to be anti-cancel culture. One thing I can say is, being on the receiving end of it, I fully regret ever taking part in this stuff. I mean, I don't think it's a cancel culture. Cancel culture is such a... It doesn't happen as often as you think, right? The problem is when a big YouTuber or a big movie star or something like that has people criticize them and they call it canceling. It's not canceling, right? The people that I've seen that are bigger, his friends, quote unquote, and stuff like that, that have been going after him, haven't been doing cancel culture. They've been criticizing him for the things that he's done. Right. But what happens is these YouTubers like to go into the shitter accounts with like 0 to 5 followers on it and pull these tweets up or say that I'm getting all of this stuff that's happening to me, that these people are just making up lies to deflect from what's actually being said to them. Right. And yeah, you shouldn't have jumped into it. If you just ignored the joke, none of this would have happened. But instead, you tried to go on a full false flag campaign. You, at the very least, called for it. And you won't show us things like the emails that say that you may have been the one that reported it. Also, with you making threats that you can just call a YouTube rep and get videos taken down. Which I've done in the past and won't do again. I will forever be very careful about jumping on this kind of thing ever again, unless it's Hassan, I suppose. Jesus. Oh, a Hassan reference. And all of this, we get a Hassan reference. Hassan did it to him. Not looking for sympathy, but if you're looking for me to engage with these people, I am not going to be doing that. You have been this entire time, and you're just now deciding. Those people, Jesus Christ. They don't want an apology, they want control. There are loads of videos critical of me online. They've been there for years. If you really believe I spent every waking hour taking down every video critical of me, I mean, there is an ocean of evidence against that. Yeah, but this is one that you got specifically mad at, right? You specifically felt emotional about this. This one hurt your feelings. And yeah, you got pissed off of it. It's okay to be pissed off at it, but you made the valid choice to get online and start talking shit about taking people's channels down and talking in DMs about how you could just take down channels like that and how you could flag people and how you could do all of this, and you're surprised that people came after you for that. There's an open ocean. Like, the lack of you flagging other accounts doesn't mean you didn't do it when all of the other evidence points towards you probably doing it, if not doing it. I don't care if people are critical of me. What's going on right now is just the internet doing its thing. I get it. I apologize to my wife, who has been enduring disgusting stuff, so much so that she is terrified to answer the door because psychos are showing up at our home. To my co-hosts on my live stream, because they too have been getting insane harassment from literally no reason. To my family for having to deal with weirdos. I apologize to all of you who have just wanted to get the news and don't have any idea why comments turned into a war zone. Don't bother engaging on my behalf. These people are not engaging in good faith. I'm going to stick to what I do, and that's report the news and try to give my take. Have a great weekend. How long do you think it's going to be before the quartering makes another statement or gets back into the drama, right? How long do you think it's going to be? Maybe don't flag videos. The left is attacking my bowel movements. My toilet is, oh God. So yeah. The quartering has just become pathetic. He can't help but say something about this this drama. He got emotional and he made all the wrong choices, and now he's been hit as a false flagger. And I'm sorry, that's like one of the biggest mistakes you can make online, especially as a big YouTuber, because people are going to come after you for it. So anyway, I am over time, so I'm going to be getting out of here. If you haven't liked the stream, go ahead and like it on the way out. Very much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new and you want to keep watching more of, the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, where we might, just maybe, watch Simon's video on his little drama. All right? Y'all have a good night, guys.